All right. I hear a move being played every so often in the background because I have a game open. Shouldn't be too loud. Probably pretty quiet. I've not adjusted PandaNet properly. Let me mess with the volume here because it looks like it can go a little bit higher. Panda's not as loud as the other ones, so looks like we could actually potentially go double. Let's see how loud that is. I'm just staring at a meter, waiting. Hello, Anubis. Activity feed. I just realized that a new Prime from Nubis 8 days ago. I was like, what? Someone subscribed on Twitch. I need to pay more attention to these things in the background here because I definitely was watching. I definitely noticed. Yep, I definitely I don't look at my alerts. Anyway, how you doing? Oh yeah, no. I just my the whole thing with the morning is that I'm trying to just start around 9 to 10 area for me, and then it's just whenever I finish everything else that I'm doing. So that wasn't a special like an actual specific starting time right now because like you get up, I try to do some sort of workout, I try to do a little bit of other stuff in general, and then when I'm done with all that, so then I start my stream. Not doing everything perfectly, but I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm trying to start around the same time though, so it's not like too far off. That way, if people like you are waiting, I want to make sure I'm actually starting around a time you guys would expect, right? So this week I've been a little bit later. I try to start closer to 9:30, I think, most of the time. But I was looking at this. First of all, GoDave. It's Germany versus Poland. PGETC Panda Net Go, etc. I don't know what it stands for, but I'm sure it matters. I saw this though. Join the EJ stream team. Oh yeah, the this is the game I have in the background, which I was thinking we could look at for a little bit for fun. So I like watching games. Yeah, join the EJ stream team. EG, I said first. I don't know what EJ eJournal stream team. And they took this picture here, and I have to be honest, I think they're literally just buying the wrong stuff when you just look at the picture. But they said that they have they have electronic game recording boards. Do they mean the AI boards? Because if that'd be pretty cool, right? That way they can just place stones and have the camera facing that, and also have the board being updated and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what they mean, or if they mean these little tablets here. They might just mean little tablets. I have no clue. It looks like they have like a C920, which I guess they're really cheap now. It looks like they bought a bunch of them. But then looks like they just have some stuff they need to work on. Hello, Klaus Klau. I don't know if I feel like saying Klaus because like it feels like Clausius. So I think when someone else is saying your name, I thought it was like a nickname for Clausius. It was Klaus is what someone said, and I was like, is that a nickname? And I looked in the chat and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. uh, let's see how far along the game is over here. Let me open this. Got this open over here. I had to make a new account because all my old accounts were deleted on PandaNet. I couldn't log in any of them. I couldn't do any of them. And I even went onto the website to log in from the website because I have it saved on my computer. And it didn't log in properly. I didn't have accounts. So I had to make a new one. So I'm gonna have to make a couple new ones for PandaNet. So I made one at One Dawn so I could try to rank it up and see how different it is compared to everywhere else right now. So far, I've won 3 out of 0 games, so it's all good. Anyway, I thought it could be fun to look at the GoDave game. These games are always a bit weird for me. Like even just looking at this board, I don't know. I feel like white has some very awkward positioning. But I figured I'd do some Sumego and then we could look at the game. I don't think I can do anything on here though. I don't think I can click or do anything. I haven't looked at the tools and stuff. I didn't find that, so I figured I'd have to just put it on a different board or something if I want to look at variations, but it's fine for now. Where was I? This one, yeah. So I'm not sure what they're doing though, but they might need a little bit of help. So someone should go and help them. Let's move that over. There we go. All right. Start with some easy ones again. Well, I think I was on volume 2, number 2, right? I think that's what it was. Yeah. Volume 2, number 2. Yeah. Everything's starting to turn blue again, so we're good. Oh, this is like a nice Tesuji problem. It's, I guess technically it's a lack to live, but it's a Tesuji, right? We need to attach here, and we should take all the liberties away from them. Very good. This one's interesting. Because if we do a cut or anything like that, they can just Atari here, and we can't really squeeze them properly from the inside. So we have to turn here to prevent them from playing the Atari on us. And then no matter what they do, they're already dead over here because this is a 4 space I space. And there's already a move at the vital point if they do try to make it 3. So there's no ko or anything. So we just turn and capture. I like that one. That one seems like more of a practical thing, in my opinion. We can't do it this way. So we have to break this and then make the Seki, I guess. I like the Seki when there's a stone at T19. I think it looks fun. This one's kind of a weird shape. If I connect and they wedge, then we don't have enough eye space. So if we Atari first and then connect, they could throw in. We connect. They connect. We capture. Oh, hey, Paige. How you doing? We're going to be checking out the GoDave game just for fun. I have it off to the side. But I think other people are playing too, so maybe we'll look at all of them for fun. But I like seeing how he's doing. Just opened your eyeballs a little bit ago. Okay. Same kind of. I did other stuff first, but actually opening my eyes to look at stuff that's recently happening just now. This is a weird shape. So we need this move. So we need this move into this move, I guess, is what it wants. Go back to writing. You got to finish whatever she's working on, right? Atari. Capture. No good. So we have to block, I guess. Or we have to go from this direction. I guess this direction doesn't work either, so we have to block. If they play here, that feels weird. Huh. 1,500, not bad. No ko. I think I'm just blind. Are you doing another job assessment thing? I've seen you mention it a few times on your stream. I don't know what it's for or anything, but I just know you mentioned it. 500 words a day advice? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think when it comes to writing, it was like some people can write and just keep going and not have to worry about that sort of thing. So like 500 words a day, I feel like that was more so for people who had a hard time writing versus people who are doing it very well. When I say very well, I mean like people who can just sit there and do it right away. Oh, okay, okay. Now I have worked at a call center before. I have done that. It's not something I can do. It's something that's a little too much for me. Isn't that just a co though? That's the problem I have with this problem here. I think it's just sort of a co shape, right? Because they can play here. If we play here, they just connect up and it's all good. Oh, let's see what it says. Yeah, it's just code. It's not the right shape. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm just blind here. I can't see it for no reason. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I was just being blind right now. I can't see anything. Ugh. Yeah. It says no co, and then I couldn't see anything except for co because it said no co. It's one of the problems I have with that label. If it doesn't say anything about it, you just read the problem. Like right here, if we just do this one, right? Doesn't say co, doesn't say anything. We just have to read the problem and find out if it's co or not. And then if the answer is not co, then we find out, okay, it's not co. But when it says no co, it makes me think, okay, what's the co? How do I make the co? uh, and sometimes that's all I can see afterwards. Feels like the normal move is to extend. We connect here, we're dead, right? So just normal move. We're good. We're good. But this is why I start off doing very easy problems so I can get used to it. And then I go then I go and do whatever I was going to do after that. I wonder if I can just if they go here, can I just do this one? It looks like it. They have to block. And then I can just block and then they're dead. I mean, I'm alive. Same thing. How do you even make a co with this one? Right? Like I see this and like now I'm wondering how do you even make the co?
Someone invites you
Oh,
to
I gotta
play.
decline you. I forgot I didn't put this on yet. It popped up. It got me. There it is. Yes, where's the co come from? Okay, I want to see, is it show a co? If I do this way? That's just dead. There's no co. This one might be like a co shape, but it's not a co. Right? Don't even know how it's possible. Confucius. It's a good name. Because it's more like, spelled like confused in this case. If we do this one and they can't Atari us this way, we can go down. They can Hane here and then do that though. That would be a co shape, right? So we would want to try to prevent that as best we can. If we do this one and they Atari us, if we just connect and they connect underneath, we are just dead, right? I remember where I used to live doing the call center job. It was they just wanted anybody for most of these call centers. They would they would hire everybody, and then you'd work there for 2 weeks, and they'd get rid of all the people they didn't want. Basically, that's how they always did it for me. We got paid for the 2 weeks. It was just training, and then everybody who they didn't want, they just said, "Okay, you don't get to stay." And the one place I did work at was for a military bank, so we also had to have like a bunch of badges and stuff like that. So I don't know why they were just okay with everybody. I want to play a different way, but I feel like that just doesn't work. Yeah, I'm just blind today. I can't think at all when it comes to Sumego today. It's not going to be good. It's a bad sign. Because I want to do this one, and I'm not really thinking of anything else because my brain's just like blank and I can't really think. So I play here, and then they Hane, we have to block, and then they Atari us, and then it's a Ko shape, and it says no Ko, so we can't do that now. So in order to block the Ko, you sort of have to extend here at S19. And then if they Atari, we have to block here, because if they connect up, we just die. And then when they capture, we're already a dead shape. So we need to play it in a different way to make it so that doesn't work. But if we do like R19, they just push and it's the Ko again. So we need to block the push. But then we capture. Okay. Then we capture. Okay. Now I see. Okay. Capture directly, and then we have it. See? Yeah. Yeah, so today's the day I probably shouldn't play games, is what I'm saying right now. Unless I feel like it. This one's just a dead shape, right? This is just dead. But that's what I'm learning today, is that I need to just probably not play too much. Or not play too seriously, I guess I should really say. Not play too seriously. Is there a fun trick here? Kind of feels like they're trying to trick me. Okay. They weren't trying to trick me, I think. So yeah, if we Atari, they Atari us. We capture, they can jump, and that makes the Ko shape. So we need to prevent that Atari from being a big deal, while also making eyes. I like extending down. And then if they play jump, we can just Atari. And if they play Q18, we can do attach. That's kind of fun. Let's try that one. Oh, we have to Atari from this side. Don't Atari the wrong way. Oh, okay. Double Atari is always wrong, right? I want to do this one, though. Then if they do this, we do the actual double Atari. Single Atari first. Then double Atari. That's how you fix the double Atari being bad problem. You just do a different Atari instead. Just extend. We have enough liberties to win if we just extend. Okay. I want to play here first, but if they do this move, it becomes a me-I situation for them. Yeah, I think I'm fine to play here, because making the eye here would be really good. We just extend instead of Atari or capture. Well, I guess capture is probably fine, but it makes the shape a little bit weird. They have livers on the outside, so extend should be better. No, capture, I mean, instead of Atari. No Ko. This is a Ko technically, allowing this, right? So yeah, if we do this one, they can just throw in here and we capture and we're dead, right? So we have to take away the in-game move here. We don't play from this side, we play from the other side. We're good to go. So like some basic things are still good, but it's just some of the other things that are not very good. Ooh. I really want this, Hane. It looks like it just works. Does it just not work? Looks like it works. Okay. Again, I thought it was a trick. Felt like a trick. Didn't look like one, but it felt like one. Are they still playing? I haven't heard any noises from them for a while. Ah, okay. They got to the main time where they're thinking more. Okay. Okay. I guess it gives us time to look at the actual game. I think that's one of the reasons why I was like, when I saw GoDave go live, I was like, oh, nice. I could just watch something for fun today. Normally, you always just play the 2-1 point. And that looks like it's just dead, so we're good. All right. Go back to collections here. I can probably join the stream team thing. I'm going to open this up for now and see if I can even solve one of these. I was having a little bit of a hard time because there was some problems. There was some... Oh, interesting. Huh. This was kind of a cool looking problem. I don't know if I can figure it out, but it's cool looking. There's all these cutting points, right? If we cut here and they don't connect, we Atari and then we push through and we capture these stones. So they have to do something on this side. And then we can push and cut here. If they cut this way, then we can Atari, Atari, and Atari. So that feels like what we're trying to do. So we can capture this stone. So I feel like we can do it this way. There we go. Hello, this is Trident Baduk. Yep. Hello, Sebastian. I like this problem a lot, actually. That one's really cool. This is something I would actually see in a game. Except it would have looked a little bit different. I don't know. I guess, how would this even happen? Let me see. It was I'm guessing, yeah, how would this empty triangle here even happen? No Corvallis for you? Yeah, I didn't think it'd be difficult for you to go. I figured it would be a little bit difficult for you to go. Going to Chicago. Nice. Okay. I think Brandon might do the Chicago one. I think he was saying that if he can, he wanted to do that one too. So he's going to Chicago and he's going to Dallas. And the Dallas tournament is the same time my tournament is. The triangle was a co-threat? Maybe. You gonna send me the money to come to the Chicago one? I'll fly down if someone gives me the money for it. But apart from that, I'm not doing that. That'd be way too much. I'm not against it. I'm not against going. I just it's a little far away. But yeah. I guess co-threat would make sense, but then where'd this move come? We just attached here. These are co-threats, maybe? Yeah. They played F6 to try to cut their way out, but then they didn't have anything, and I don't know, it's kind of weird. I wonder sometimes about it, yeah. I'll get a hotel room so you can crash if you're comfortable with it. Yeah. I like this one. This one was, I solved this one, but I was wondering how it even happened. There is a surround thing. I've seen this sort of happen in a game before. People get surrounded, but then there's this empty triangle, which just feels a little awkward. Like that part doesn't make any sense. If that wasn't there, this would make a lot more sense. But if we played it now, they would just connect and I'd be dead. So it didn't matter. They connect anywhere on the outside and I'd be dead. So it was kind of fun. I'm not going to save it though, because I didn't fail it. So if F6 was White's last move, maybe. But black to F5, maybe. Oh, this is another type of that problem, I guess. I guess maybe this whole section is going to be... No, not. It's not just this whole section. It's just these two problems, looks like. Okay. The rest of them are another shape. Okay, cool. This seems like the same problem, but they blocked over here when we cut. And what I read was that we Atari here, and we push, and then we capture the corner. So let's see if I was right about that. It was this one, and then we can actually Atari again. Is there a reason not to Atari again? I feel like we should. Yeah, there we go. This is just showing the other answer, basically. But I already read that out with the first one, so... And you had to read that out in order for the cut to work. Right? In order for this to work, you had to know that this was Sente. Better to push without cutting. That's a good question. Let's look at that. Better to push without cutting. Let me think about it for a second. I gotta look at the problem first. If we push first and they extend and we push and then we cut afterwards, it's gonna end up, it has to be the same, right? Yeah, it's gonna end up being the same. But I think if we think of it this way, where we Atari first, if they give it up now, we're happy to capture. And if they extend and then we Atari here, if they give that up, we're very happy to capture. Whereas if we push and they connect, we have to push again. And so it depends on if we can run this stone out, I think. So like if we push here and they connect and we just capture the corner this way, then if we can't run this stone out, they could just give up the corner and build or do something else that they need to do. So I guess it would depend. But I think it's, yeah. One way I think about it most of the time is like, am I happy to capture with any of these Ataris? If they're already really strong, it doesn't matter, I think. We just give them more strength. We're good to go. Well, that's kind of interesting to think about, though. Yeah, it feels like it's better to cut first. I don't know if it said that it had to cut first, though. Let's see what it actually says. Does it say both are right? I didn't actually check that. Did it say both are right? Yeah, push or cut. Yeah. Push, it ends up being basically the same. We have to cut eventually, right? But this way, I don't like it as much if I just capture like this. I think I would definitely rather cut here to capture it a little bit bigger. But it depends again, right? If they're already really strong here, it doesn't matter as much. Well, it's kind of fun. This one, we just a throw in thing, right? Throw in, connect. They have to connect on both sides. We're good to go. Yay. This one, though, this is a no ko variation, right? We don't want the ko. Oh, it's Tudon. I wonder why it's Tudon. Is it because people play this right away? Then there's the ko shape. So I think if we just throw in first, if they extend into the corner, we just did this Atari thing and capture, and I think they're not alive, right? Yeah, they're not alive in the corner. Oh, maybe it's a ko in the corner. If we do it that way. If they connect, we just turn. Or maybe we just Hane. If they extend, we double Atari. If they connect, we capture. They turn here and do this one, and it's a... we can just throw in here, I think. We can still just throw in here. Yeah. It's not even a ko in the corner. So we're good. Oh, the Hane first. I don't think that changes anything, right? We can still just block. If they connect here, we just capture, right? So we're still... Oh, this shape. Okay. Live in the corner. This is why it's Tudon. Okay, that makes more sense. But I feel like they still have to answer in some ways here. But this here, okay, I see. Okay, I get it now. They can Atari here and live. That's cool. I like that one. That one's cool. Okay, I should actually read it out then. I just went along with it instead of reading it. I like that. D2 instead of block. Yeah, I was thinking Atari here, and then we can capture this stone or capture here. I thought it would be the same, though. But then they can potentially live here, right? So we need to do this one. And then if they connect, we can then Atari. Then we can just... we have to block, actually, don't we? We have to block, huh? But it says no ko, so we can't just Atari there. That would be a ko, right? I guess we do have to block in some way. So kill the whole thing. And then they connect. And then we can get rid of the eye in the corner. No, we can't get rid of the guy in the corner, apparently. Man, no. I shouldn't have just clicked again and should have actually read it out instead of just talking about it again. That was my bad. Hmm. Okay, okay. The cut made sense. But I think do we throw in instead? Is it like a different shape that it wants there? Because it could be that when we actually do the placement, they hane instead of cutting. I guess we could cut first. Does that change anything? A little bit. A little bit of a change, but I guess it should be fine. Yeah, yeah. So it's this one, and if they hane, we can cut and throw in over here at A2. Oh no, no, they played A2 first, so we just want to play A2 directly. Then if they connect, then we can double Atari here, and then it's that shape I was saying before was already dead. I think that's what it was. It was this one here. Then we come back to this side. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I should have actually read those ones out, but I didn't. I just sort of clicked through those ones. I shouldn't do that. That was my bad. I like this one, though. This one's cool. This one's a cool one. Yeah, yeah. You have to throw in there first. Because then it's actually the bent 4 shape. This is like a common problem. Usually the problem is with the D2 move already there. So we're just making it so that they have to play that eventually. And now it's that reduced to that shape here. And then if they push at that point, then now we have this normal sort of shape here. We could even hane from the inside if we want to. But I know this is like a common thing. After this hane, it's almost always this move. Yeah. Problem number 666. We're here. Oh, interesting. Feels like it's a similar type of problem. Where if we throw in here, they push. We can just double Atari right away, maybe. Maybe this Atari right away would be kind of interesting. No, a double Atari right away. They connect on one side if we capture. I have to be a little bit careful. It's kind of interesting little shapes. I think normally this is supposed to be a ko. This shape is supposed to be a ko and they attach here, I think. That's what I remember it normally being. So like if we blocked here and they made this ko shape, it'd be like a ko thing here. So we have to block that from happening because I think they were supposed to push. And we jump and we do other stuff. Or like we hane here. And yeah, I think that was the proper variation. So I have to throw in here. Normally. Otherwise, it looks like a ko. Oh, did she post chapter 1 somewhere? On her website, maybe? Or like one of those novel sites. I know there's a couple of those. Oh. Really? I don't need to respond to that. We can just hane here. We're good. This is the one I was wondering about. Okay, there we go. I'm like, what was that move? Wait a minute. I think we can do this one. It ends up being the same. What? If they capture, we can just do this. Right? So they can't capture. And then if they go back at that point, we can go from underneath and throw in. And it's the same shape, right? Oh, no, it's not the same shape. Not the same shape. Okay. Not the same shape. Yeah, because they can play this one for free with the other variation. Whereas I need to be able to hane here. Yeah. I kind of just want to Atari this side and capture the stone. I think that'll work. I got distracted by wanting to do the same exact shape instead of just looking at the answer properly. Yeah, today's a distracting day, so it's probably not good. Not good for me. This is kind of a cool shape. Like, I want to do this one. I also kind of want to do this one. I kind of like this one. There we go. I'm going to do a couple more to get to 670-ish. And I'll finish the rest of them tomorrow. Maybe just do one more. Who knows? Does this just work? Okay. Just Atari. Okay. There we go. We'll do this last one here, and I'll leave it up so I can finish it later. We have to extend here, yeah. Atari. Play from the outside of. There we go. Now we can look at how far the game has gotten. There we go. It's a decent amount of the way through, and they have a lot of main time now, so now I'll be able to look through it. Wow, what's going on here? I guess white is currently alive in 2 different ways. On the right side. Black is not alive, though. But white does have a weak group. Black is probably alive, but just not quite alive yet, because they can connect a little bit on the outside, it looks like. Maybe they can't actually connect perfectly, but there is a connection on the outside somewhere. It's also a co-shape, too. This is a really weird-looking game, I gotta be honest. I know GoDave is 8 down. I don't know about his opponent. 8 down on Fox. I mean, I don't know about his opponent, though. I think, as I said, I can't do anything here, so I have to open up a board somewhere else. So maybe we'll just open up Kanin and look through it just like we do with the pro game. That could be fun. Make it the same. Oh, I guess I have this open still. Forgot about it. Close that for now. All right. Let's see. No, there it is. We can do the same thing we do with the pro game, but do it with this instead. Do the analysis thing and wait for it to start. Hopefully it doesn't have any problems. Okay. Looks good. We just close all the info and the top moves. And then we just move oh yeah, Panda's the one that doesn't scale when you change the size of it. If I remember right. Doesn't scale, it just keeps the same size no matter what. It's like when you change the size, it trims it instead a lot of the time. No, good. It is scaling. Okay, I think it's maybe from the side. Yeah, from the side it does this, or it trims just one side. It doesn't trim the other side, which is super annoying. Anyway, I just want to make sure it's not covering chat or anything, so I can cover up my whole screen, but not the chat. There we go. Look at that, nice and big. Let's see how this game went. That's kind of curious. All right, let's oh yeah. GoDave does the weird opening stuff. Yeah, this one they did a 4-4, and then this one here. Yeah, I forgot he does this. I don't know why he does it. I think maybe he just enjoys it. I don't know if he said if there was a specific reason why, but if he just enjoys it, it's fine. What I don't like is like if they're doing it just to trip people up a little bit. I don't like that reason for it, but I'm not against the idea. I just don't really like that as a reason. It's 100% that. It could be, yeah. It's very likely that, but as I said, I don't like that as a reason. I don't think that's a good enough reason to do it. But if it's just something he enjoys doing, right? If it's strictly for the purpose of tripping people up, that's different than just being like, I like doing this and it confuses people, right? That's fine with me. I guess what I mean is like if it's like if that's why I play double 2-2. People just stop caring and they're like, oh, double 2-2. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. We'll just move on with this game. Confuse the hell out of myself. Yeah, there we go. Confuse the hell out of yourself. Yeah. I think most of the time when you see this sort of formation, if you just ignore it, you're good to go. You don't ever have to do anything. And then if they never went back to fix it and it's late enough in the game, you can usually come in and looks like a huge corner. Yeah. Hey, you just ignore it because they have a plan for it, right? Black has a plan for how they're going to play this game. And if you go into the corner with any normal move, they probably have a reason or a variation that they know they like, right? So it's best to just avoid it. And then approach low. Interesting. Okay. I like to approach high. Because if we get this variation, then I'm pretty happy to already sort of be dealing with this, right? And like instead of going into the corner, this is what I mean as well. Instead of going into the corner, we could be approaching from the outside, similar to if you treat it as the normal 2-space high enclosure. You can play from the outside. You don't have to play in the corner right away. And so yeah, it becomes a big corner, but you just force feed them the corner. If they really want it, they can have it. But I like this sort of formation when they have this sort of enclosure. I don't know why. It always felt good to me. And then I feel like when you approach low, it makes it more comfortable for them to do a pincer. I don't know. I think it should be comfortable either way, honestly, but it always feels more comfortable with a low stone. It always feels a little bit easier to do a pincer. So that's what he's doing. Okay. Just have some of my drink I made. And not ignore it. All right. So it looks like they're just going for a large little moyo on the top, right? I think 3 space is a little bit far for the normal press down Joseki, but I think GoDave like really has it memorized and has a lot of that stuff figured out. So I wouldn't be surprised if he already had exactly what he wanted here. Because this is far away, though, I am tempted to do a 2-space jump instead. It's so far away that 2 spaces here, I feel like they can't really cut through the shape as cleanly anymore. So it feels good to not have to worry about that. Press down is just normal, though. Probably everyone plays it, but 2-space jump is probably fine now, especially now. Let's see what they do. Yeah, just press down. I thought so. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be push and cut. Oh, not push and cut. Okay. Good. I did not want to talk about it. I don't remember what the game looked like, so I already forgot what the game looked like. So this is fine though. This is okay. I'm fine with this. All right, good. I've seen the push and cut happen so many times in his games. Whenever I've opened one of them up, that I figured it probably just happened. As I said, I don't even remember what happened in the actual game, so couldn't even imagine what the position was anymore. Yeah. All right, let's see. I think this is kind of like the opening I like as white. Yeah, it's kind of like the opening I like as white, right? So if I play as white here, we'll do the normal thing here. When your opponent approaches, you end up taking this corner in any way you want, any move. And then you have this corner as well. And then they have a hard time using this formation. Right? And so that's sort of what I like about it. And so if I had black and I had an extra pincer here, right? Like, so if black goes and plays this one and I already had this move here when this happened, I'd be pretty happy overall with this result. Now I'm one step behind here as white, but in general, this result I think is pretty nice. Now, the one thing that I know from this opening is that you actually don't usually want to play this one next. You actually want to be pushing from this direction first. If they do just back off like this, then we get this nice approach. We have a nice formation. And if they play a Hane here, this doesn't actually help them as much as it's helping you. And so you get stronger and you're fixing some of your weaknesses here. I think they can double Hane too. But I remember that this was the move that AI was always telling me was like the right move to play next. So I wouldn't play this one. I would end up playing this one. So I wonder if that's going to be the same here technically. Like we go to this formation here and there's no push up. That's why he's playing the Knight's move instead probably. Because you're not looking to push up here anymore. Because white's probably going, most of the time, probably going to continue on with this group to make sure that it's alive. Make sure that it's settled nicely. And so doing this makes it hard to settle as easily. Though I would expect, like, the press down here. I think he didn't play the press down. Yeah, he did not press it down right away. Everyone pushes and cuts. Well, in this case, GoDave is black, and so he's the one who's choosing to play this way, right? So he's the one who gets to choose if he pushes and cuts or not. And it's the same for the other formation. I'm the one who's playing the game. I'm the one who's in control of that formation as white, right? So I'm not pushing and cutting. I'm playing this instead. Now, this is from the perspective of the person playing as black. Remember that. But I think white should probably just follow up over here again. But they end up doing the enclosure on this side first, which I feel is not going to lose the game. But I feel like this is nice for black, because now black can harass this group a little bit. But I would want to I would probably just rather push here, honestly. We're a GoDave house here. Yeah, you have to have self-control. It's difficult. It is very difficult. Still hard. Yeah. We want him to win and feel good about life. Yeah. Yeah, I hope he wins. I saw him lose the other day, and he was really upset. So he has been annoyed with how he plays lately, at least like a week ago, I think. So hopefully he's not feeling bad anymore, and he's playing normal. Oh, there you go. You had to switch over so he could see you. Good job, Frenchie. But yeah. Anyway, I do actually really want the press down or jump on this side. Or, yeah, in the corner here. Okay, so it is okay. I know it is okay to do this, but I just wondered if it really wanted it or not. I let it think for a second. Yeah, anything over here is also fine. All right. Press, the only thing I was worried about was pushing cut. And I wasn't sure I wanted to do that one. But jump in the corner to survive makes sense too. Okay. Pure French troll. You should ban that Sebastian guy on YouTube. I like ads, so I switched to Twitch. Oh, yeah, I need to look at my ad settings again. I forgot to do that. That's one thing I really like about YouTube. I can just turn off all the ads, and then I can turn the ads on for people who are just watching the playback later, and they're not talking in the chat, right? But I feel like when you're talking with someone in the chat and an ad pops up, it's so annoying. And I couldn't find a way to turn them off completely on Twitch. So I think I just have them on either default or I turned off one thing, and I don't remember what it was, but I need to look at it again. Anyway, let's go a little bit faster. Interesting. Okay. Black plays from this side to attack the base. I guess that makes sense. He probably knows this. He's probably looked at this many times. So I would guess that if we look at top moves, this is probably one of the good moves here. It wants to just play normal opening or come over here. And so if you're more aggressive, you come over here first. White does the... Oh, I like this move. Yeah, I like this. Okay. This one to threaten the press down, so we have to play the diagonal now because we can't allow them to get that really nice shape. Then they often just defend. Let me make sure they did. Yeah, they often just defend like this. And then usually you can play the knight's move at the start point here if you want to continue on. Yeah, this is the standard shape. Okay, so all standard shape stuff. And I don't really want black to push right now. I would much rather push myself as white, so I expect at least one push. Yep. And black doesn't have to respond anymore, but it would be nice to respond, so you probably should extend. Because giving that Hane just strengthens white too much. And white's pretty strong now, so they could Tanuki. They don't have to push again. The turn is not as important anymore. So yeah, they Tanuki to here. I don't actually like that move though. It's probably not bad, but I don't really like that one. I guess it is pressuring a little bit from below, but like black's never responding. Like we're never jumping here until end game maybe, or if we were a group that wasn't alive yet, right? So this is not a pressuring move. Is there a cut for the two stones? Kind of, but not really. So that's what I was gonna mention here. Let's see what black played. Black played the split now. All right. I like turn. Honestly, I like turn. But there is not really a cut because if they... I guess we do need black to have a move. That's fine. We'll play it over here. There you go. If they Hane, they have to Atari here now in order to get rid of... Yeah, in order to get rid of their cut on their own group. And then they can't cut anymore. Right? Even this side's no good. So there's nothing quite there. So you need one more move. So white could slide here. And then now we could go back and defend. But we don't actually need to defend. Even if we do this one and they connect up, we have this cut here and stuff on this side to potentially capture or something, right? So they have to worry about that cut, and we can just jump here and defend this side because the corner's already alive. That's why I said this is not that big of a deal. You just have to think about one group in the center, and so white's getting some end game, and that's it. That's why I'm not sure I like that move. It's probably still big. It's still a big move. That's why I'm not sure I like it. Yeah, minus 0.6. Let's let that think for a second. Just to make sure. Okay. Yeah, it felt awkward. Doesn't mean it's like, as I said, it's not losing the game type of move. But this move is almost always a bad idea from what I've seen. Unless you're attacking the group. If this is applying enough pressure to make the group not settled anymore, then this is often a good move. But I would rather have played on the left side. Or even enclosed on the left side instead. Because this approach here on the bottom is really small now. The left side is just much bigger. And I'm also interested in the center. Like, I don't know if it wanted that. Anything in the center. Just pushing some more. But yeah, just the left side block here feels much more... Left side enclosure or extension feels much better. I think I want enclosure more. Because if they do approach, we can just kick it. And then play another big move. So yeah, it feels a little awkward. This is like a greedy move. That's what it felt like to me. But that also means that I don't really want to build from this formation because I can't. Right? I can't build from this because if I push black this direction and jump, they're already reducing me because they're already poking through. So we'd want to be pushing from this direction if we do push, I think. But apart from that, we can probably Tanuki again. This is when it showed AI wanted white to come into the corner. We already played this large knight move here, so I don't actually want to approach anymore. So doing some sort of attack here would make sense. So let's see what they do. They are going to just enclose. I said this should be fine, but I don't actually like it. Again, I don't like it again. It feels like we're doing like a half measure at this point, right? I either want to go all the way or I want a Tanuki. But I said there's not going to be nothing wrong with this move. That's my feeling about it. I want to go all the way or I want a Tanuki. But it's probably a fine move. It's probably good. Like, there's probably nothing wrong with it, right? Nothing really wrong. It wants to do it from this side, though. That's funny. But you're not pushing it all the way. We're not building. We're just enclosing the corner. Well, it's kind of funny. Any move will be fine here. It's early enough in the game. It doesn't really matter. Just personal preference with that sort of stuff. Yeah, 2 space extension. You might as well. And now I'm really happy to just enclose this corner. Let's see if they do it. Oh, they attach. Oh, they're trying to do the I'm not going to say greedy, but they're trying to do the more efficient way to do it. So they attach here, and I've seen this a few times, so I know this is a thing. Yeah. I think this is why AI usually likes to approach all the way. Doesn't mean this is like really good or anything. I just think that's probably why. It's kind of a fun move, though. I wonder if AI would want just to attach here instead. No, just the one or this one. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about attach because like that's sort of like the normal move you do for when you want to break up this corner a little bit. So if you attach here, we make a little extra formation on the outside, and they get reduced a little bit in the corner. Doesn't really matter, but I just like it. Yeah, then we usually hunting underneath for more territory. That makes sense. And then I really want to extend now. We cannot allow that Hane. That would be too much. We cannot allow that. All right. And then they turn now. I think this feels really slow. This feels really slow to me. It might be fine. Maybe there's too much Haji in the corner. But then at this point, that would be maybe the reason why this one wasn't as good. It's because when we played here, we had to defend the corner again. I mean, they want points, but it's not going to be losing that much, right? I don't know if it'll say. It probably does want it, yeah. Because it does feel like we're kind of surrounded by black a little bit. So this does feel like a move that you might want. But it just feels like I don't want to have to play it. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to play that. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I already didn't like G3 to begin with. So that's probably part of the reason. I wasn't necessarily thinking about this variation in the end, but the fact that if black got strong on the left side, our corner doesn't feel as good because we have this large knights move here. Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't like it as much. Couldn't put it into words. I think this highlights it really well. And now I feel like black just wants to build or attack. I think we're done now. Or this group has plenty of space to live. They could play one more jump here if you really want to be like very secure. And that is threatening to come into the corner. But I think if white plays there, we're fine. Like our group is fine at this point. So attacking this stick or even just finishing off this corner in some way feels really nice at this point. Oh, I feel like that's very aggressive. GoDave plays here. This feels really aggressive. I feel like he already has a bunch of fast moves everywhere. So to balance it out, you usually need at least one slow move. That's sort of how you like that. Playing 09 for sure. Oh no. That'd be great though. Just build the box. If it was Peyton would have done it. And Peyton's 7 Dawn, so we're good. 7 Dawn, 8 Dawn, whatever he is now. I don't remember anymore. The less he plays, the stronger he gets. So Yeah, this one feels very, very aggressive. Again, it's probably fine. Top moves is probably okay, like minus a very small amount, right? And if it, as long as it's not like a red move, you're happy to play the move, right? There's no real mistake unless it's like a red move, right? Even the yellow ones, you can consider them just poor shape. But here, yeah, just attack the corner a little bit, and then we get to maybe even make this into just points because of it, instead of playing the jump directly, right? So yeah, this feels very aggressive. I'm guessing white has to jump in now. Ads. Let me look at my ad settings. Since you got ads anyway. I think I can open them up. Creator dashboard. That looks like the place for me. Monetization ads. That looks like the right place. 5 minutes in ads. What? No, go down. 30 seconds in ads. There we go. I don't need revenue. Ad length and frequency. Every 60 minutes for a 30-second ad. Okay, pre-rolls. Disable pre-rolls. Okay. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. I lowered it. Feel better about it now. There we go. That's much better. You get YouTube sponsorship from one of these new betting sites. Get more people addicted to gambling. Who needs money when you can struggle and never retire? That's good. There we go. I turned it down to, it said 30 seconds of ads every 1 hour. So we'll see if it actually does that or not. 30 seconds, that should be bearable. And then I can adjust it if I want to adjust it, but yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, I feel like he has to jump in here. And then GoDave has to prevent, I guess it doesn't have to prevent him from connecting, but like if we're trying to be aggressive here, we need to do the prevent from connecting so they have to force to live sort of thing. I guess what GoDave probably wants is for white to make some really bad exchanges so that the corner is solid and they get the right side of the board. I think that's what the goal is here. Yeah, I think that's what the goal is with this move. I'm also saving up for struggle retirement. that sounds good. We're almost halfway through already, so we're catching up. Yeah, so white doesn't want to make that exchange if they can help it. They're jumping out. It's very tempting to peep at that. Very tempting to peep at that. So they are going to peep. I actually don't know if that's good, honestly. I think white shouldn't protect unless they're attacking. I actually just want to switch and invade over here now. And then if they go and cut that off, we have a better attack on this group. But maybe that's a little too much. It almost feels like I don't want to respond to this one, you know? I just don't want to respond to this. So we'll see what they do. They are just going to respond to be nice and simple. Fine. We do that. Then GoDave will jump. And now we just have to keep jumping out. And now it feels like I guess the corner is still open because of the shape here. The shape is still bad. So white is going into the corner right away. Okay. I remember now. I remember this. Yes. Okay. Yes. White ends up getting this attachment later. I remember that. But yeah, this just feels like whoever wins this fight wins the game sort of thing. And I don't like those types of moves. That's why if I was playing, I'd want to play over here, or I'd want to just pressure a little bit to get this side as just points and not worry, right? I want to play a very simple move instead. Like even just this says it's better. That's funny. But yeah, I just want to do something over here. And while they're jumping out, we're taking our points. Let's just, yeah, whoever wins this fight wins the game. So disconnect, attach here. I really don't want to Hane, because if we Hane, we're forcing them to get surrounded and hurting our other side. White can give up those 3 stones if they can take a nice corner, so they'd be very happy with that. So GoDave extends here. Can we be aggressive now? Does that work? That'd be really cool if it worked. I kind of want to play the Knight's move. Like, that's actually my first instinct right now. Black can push and cut. But if we Atari, we can even Hane here. And there's a lot of Aji. There's a lot of Aji with the push and cut. So they push and cut the other way. There's still quite a bit of Aji there. But I think white should probably end up in a little bit more trouble than black. So it looks pretty good for black. Yeah, it feels like it's good for black. Yeah. So white does just extend, and then black jumps here. Yeah, this feels like, honestly, this feels really good for black. Feels like white has just too many weak groups. That's why I would want to, if I'm going to do the corner thing, I wasn't thinking about it at all, right? I wasn't actually thinking about it. I said that there's still Aji there, but I wasn't really thinking about it. Because my idea was I would probably just be jumping out first. And if they continue to jump, you know, we just do all this jumping stuff. And then if they play somewhere else, now we can go into the corner, right? Or if they defend this side, well, now we can go into the corner. Because we're just going to try to survive in the corner, right? We're going to do what we can to try to survive here in whatever way is possible, right? I don't know. Just something. And so that was the use of this invasion, was that we got extra strength here. We connect up to our other group. They got some points on the right side, but we got to take the corner back. So like that sort of idea. That's not how it's going to go. That's just like a very easy illustration. But this feels like white is just split into 2 groups, and black is only kind of split into 2 groups. They're not actually split into 2 groups. Because I feel like white probably is a little bit more in trouble. Though I do want to just turn here and just give up these stones. So, but if we turn, I think black jumps and they can potentially connect up. So maybe slide is technically better. But I don't really want to play this either. I don't like any move for white, but turn feels like the most comfortable. Black could push and cut, but I think they run out of liberties first. So usually you'd want to back off. Yeah, so he's backing off like this to threaten the connection. White extends up. They do this one. They do this wedge right away so that we can, if black lives with this group, white's able to go back and take the corner. We don't want to allow that, so it should just connect here. Yep, just connect. Now the corner should be alive. The most you could ever get from that corner is a ko. I think it's like the carpenter square shape with a +1 here. I think the most you can get out of that corner should be a ko. So black can leave that for a long time. They don't have to necessarily answer until the ko is important. Because like this connection here and being able to cut through would be really nice. Can we do this wedge here? No, we can't. It's just Atari and then cut. Man, I kind of want it to work, but it doesn't work. Yeah, there's like Aji here, but I don't see a way for it to be really used. Even like with this wedge and cut the Atari, if we do this one, it like doesn't. There's just not quite enough anywhere. Like white's just barely not strong enough anywhere. Yeah, I don't like this at all for white. Like they moved a little too fast, and they still have one more weak group on the bottom side. But if they survive, they've already won, technically, right? As white, I would probably just take my base right now. That's what I would do. I would just take this base right now. No, I think they take this base right now, and they can attack these 2 stones instead. Because if black goes back and defends over here, I think that's what I would want to do. But they're connecting first. Black can just connect. Oh, I thought they would just connect. Is it better to not connect? No, just connect was better. Black does this one. Yeah, this feels better. This is, but I guess he didn't want white to play here. But you can still just defend now. And white still has to do something over here because they can't do this, right? Even if they surround you, we've captured that and we're good. Yeah, GoDave is playing. Yeah. Yeah, you can even look at his channel. He's playing right now on his channel. I'm pretty sure. Right, it's a GoDave versus Ches says Ches. So we're having fun. We're having fun watching. He sold out to Taiwan. No, not quite. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a PandaNet tournament thing or a league thing or something like that. Look at his stream. Oh, is something going on over there? I wasn't looking. I guess it's all red. That doesn't look like a German. Oh, yeah. They have the wrong names and stuff on there. That too, I forgot. Oh, yeah. He didn't set it up right because he's not looking at chat or anything, or his stream. So, yeah. Anyway, oh well. Let's keep going. Why not? Oh, wrong one. This one. There we go. And I need this one and this one. Yeah, it's his stream. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't fix it earlier, if I remember right. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's just see how it goes here, because I'm kind of curious. Oh, Hane under. Okay, to get this squeeze type of move, so you can connect under. That makes sense. That's why black has to block and connect. But then this connection for black, I feel, is pretty good, because I would probably just get rid of these stones at this point. I would not save them. And so white is actually doing that pretty much. But as I said, okay, never mind. I think this is at most a ko. I don't think it can die unless you take away this star point move. So you need to play here and take away the star point move and then throw in. So you'd have to throw in. Yeah, after you connect, they could just connect if they wanted to. But I really want to just play a base on the right side. Yeah, just take the base. Yeah. Okay, good. Like, this is the move, right? Just take the base. Even back here, before the Hane was fine, but just taking the base was good. Even back here, just take the base. I don't want to do the AI estimate yet. I want to go until I guess right here should be fine. I guess, because this is when they run this stone out, and this is where I want to see if white is actually being ridiculous in this fight or not. All right, so that's why I don't like to have it on the entire time. I like to have it on after I've made a decision about it myself, basically. Is white being too much? It feels like white's being too much. Fine, yeah. Is white... I guess extending here one time is not that big of a deal because we are threatening to kind of surround. Well, not really, though. We can't really surround. We're threatening some sort of thing here. That's what I can say. So I don't like that. So I think white is probably losing a little bit. Your positional judgment is shit. Yeah, that's what I try to judge that before looking at AI. That's what I always think is really good if you're using AI or not. That's why everything's closed, right? You want to try to make your own personal judgment first and then move on from there. You've made one. You want white to lose since move one. I think this is too much, but I also think that black does have something to worry about. So black's probably not dominating, but I think it's probably okay. So black should just be a little bit ahead, I think. Let's see. Oh, it's an even game. that means GoDave probably made some mistakes early enough that it's probably not good for them somewhere earlier, I think. Let's look at this for fun. They're both playing really good, but GoDave made some slow moves earlier. Okay. This is what I wanted to see. Because I liked the way GoDave was playing overall. But as you can see here, yeah, GoDave made more of these bigger mistakes over here. And white already starts ahead, right? White starts ahead because they have Comey. I don't actually have the right Comey setting on mine. I don't know if I actually didn't check their Comey setting, so we should check that, I guess. But let's see. If I go to game info here, this is 0.5 Comey. Okay, so black should just be ahead then. No Comey. All right, maybe I can probably change that in here somewhere, but I don't need to worry about that. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that for now. That means that white should be just behind at this point since they don't have Comey. That's good to know. So you're good. You're good, Frenchie. You're good. But knowing that it's an even game, technically, makes it feel like I feel like this fight should be bad for white, but it seems like maybe it's not as difficult as not as difficult for them as I think it is. So black jumps here. White can just make their base now for sure. Connection. Is that Sente in the corner? Is that I guess if they die in the corner, it's so it's even with Comey. Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was too much for white, but it is a no Comey game. But I think GoDave probably is playing as if there's Comey anyway, because there's no reason to play as if there's no Comey. It's better to play as if there is Comey no matter what. You should never really change your playstyle because of that sort of thing. I feel like this is not Sente. Is it Sente? I guess I should read it out, but I guess maybe because of this extension, it might be. Okay, it's not Sente. I was right. Good. Let's see if he plays in the corner. And he does. He plays in the corner. I feel like that's just a mistake, though. That's like this is his first real mistake in the game, right? Minus 2.2, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay. So there's two things I'm considering here with this corner, right? Sort of two things I'm considering. If we do play from the outside and they do get into the corner, they have to fight a liberty race, even if black is dead. There's a liberty race at a minimum, right? So we can see what AI wants to play here. This one, Hane, connect. And now, even if they're dead, this is an interesting move. Yeah, even if they were dead and it wasn't a co, there's a liberty race on this group. So even if they end up dying at the end, it's probably worth giving up the corner for that liberty race and just capturing on the outside. Probably worth it enough. But it is a lot of points, right? But this corner is open now because we have these moves. And we can potentially capture this too and even attack this group still. So I feel good about that. So if this is just dead without co, then it's maybe bad. Yeah, with the go-to move in the corner, it does look more even. Yeah, that's why I thought this move didn't feel right. This doesn't feel correct. But there was a bad move for them. So he just defends the corner. And now white should be able to get a really clean base. Yep, just jumping here to get the nice clean base. Black attaches to make themselves stronger. I actually don't know what I would play here. I actually don't want to attach right now. I want to, I guess I'm fine with surrounding, but I think I want to pressure this group right now. I think that's what I want to go back to. Because if white jumps out here, I guess it's annoying if white jumps out, but this group is dying naturally if white jumps out. But then white's going to be weak on this side. You know what? To keep the game simple, it's better to connect. But yeah, if we connect loosely like this, when white does this one, they are sort of threatening this, but we can defend really cleanly this way. So I don't know. I feel like this is probably fine to answer. This push and cut doesn't matter, but they can get this peep first, maybe. And then they're strong on the outside. So that's why I want the peep here. You want to prepare E18. Probably with a move in the center. Yeah. I think if we just connect up and be solid, then we can play what we want from there. So that's why I'm okay with this move. But it does feel like white's getting off a little bit easy, because white can just push, and you probably just connect. If we block, white's still just alive, but blocking could actually be good. But we have a cutting point still, so if he's playing this, I'm guessing he's trying to be solid, right? Then white can push again, which feels bad. And when we bump here, white should probably defend their group a little bit. But instead, he's going for the attack. Okay. I mean, black could connect underneath at any time, I think. Even just this move connects, right? Not perfectly, yeah. So we have to do this one because the Atari, so we have to do the diagonal. Push, cut here. There is a cut, so yeah, it's not a perfect connection. But they do have some degree of safety. So this feels like white's... Unless white can really attack this, it does feel a little awkward. But white was able to settle really easily and comfortably. And now they only have one... Like, they have 1.5 things to worry about. So I'm not sure I like it. Hane first, okay. They probably just block, right? Block, then this Hane to be really good. Oh, yeah, GoDave does a lot of Sumego, so maybe he kills it. Who knows? Block, and then Atari. Oh, yeah. This was that shape we saw. White can live with capturing this stone, and white can live by capturing this stone. This one's more of a ko, but white's also just pretty close to alive in general. And then GoDave goes back over here. Those were probably good exchanges, but we do have a cutting point that I'm not very happy about. And our group is actually not alive in the center, and it can't connect up perfectly. Maybe the jump here is the best connection, but they can just push and cut, so that doesn't work either. Yeah, if there's not really a good connection there, maybe just the one space jump, but then white can attach and cut anyway. Yeah, there's always a cut. Always a cut. So if white gets pushed this direction towards their other group, they can then go back and cut to this side. And this whole group in the center is not alive, so maybe even don't have to cut. They can potentially just peep it instead, but depending on how they feel. Jump, push here is normal move to get rid of that shape. White wants to try to make good shape here, so they do this peep here, so they can maybe do the jump instead. That'd be really nice. We probably do have to answer. Just connecting here. And then this jump makes it a really nice shape. Let's see if that's what they play. Oh, they're doing the diagonal. Oh, I don't like the diagonal. Maybe it's fine. I don't like it, though. Yeah. I liked the jump more. This is a little bit out further, but I liked this move. I don't know if it matters. It does. It matters, okay? I'm right and they're wrong. That's all that matters. Small mistake. Anyway, No, it feels like if you're peeping here, the jump is the natural next move. Usually you don't do this one. If you're doing this one, you don't need to peep here. So the jump feels like the move they were preparing for, and then they played the diagonal instead. So that feels a bit weird. Because yeah, now black can get this really comfortable peep that also makes sure they don't have any connection issues. And when white connects here, black could just do a knight's move or play from this side to try to disconnect, but also try to save this. So I feel like this might be the weaker thing right now. Yeah, so he peeps finally. He finally peeps. And white answers, because that is the correct way to play, because black normally should answer in the corner, which they do. And now white gets the first follow-up, which I don't like. So I feel like the peep wasn't bad, but I feel like yeah, because black can attach here at S5 and connect up their groups. So I don't think the peep was bad. Well, not perfectly connect, but they can save one side or the other, sort of thing. They can get extra strength on their side that they need to save. But and maybe they can even prevent this capture in Sente with his attachment. So yeah, it feels nice. Feels nice. So there is some help that this is giving. So I guess I'm fine with it overall, but it does feel a little bit like white's going to have a nice initiative now. So white actually just peeps right away. I don't like that. Let's look at this with AI here for a second. Connect that peep. They block. We block here, and then they do this peep. Yeah, that did seem somewhat bad. If black just connects, I think that's really good for white. We can't connect, as you saw with AI. It really wants to play any other move except for connect here. Except for like some of these other moves are bad too, but want to try to surround instead, and that makes sense. So GoDave plays here, which is allowing white to jump back and connect their groups. Was that on the top moves list? It was not. Okay. This move doesn't make any sense to me either. I didn't... What is the idea? What is he trying to accomplish there? Yeah, I don't quite understand this one. Because white can just jump or pull back, still threatening to cut, still threatening to kill off this side of the board, this side of the group. And you're not getting any eye shape this way. And white's connecting up more. So yeah, it's coming from this side, like AI was suggesting, feels much better. Because they can't cut if they're dead. I don't know if that's the best way to kill it, but they can't cut if they're dead, right? This one, of course, if white cuts, it doesn't work right away. So white pulls back. But if white cuts, this should just be a dead thing, right? Right, we have enough here to do like a loose ladder instead of doing the net. Do the net, then maybe we give white a free move. So loose ladder is nice. Jim Chess, hello. Oh, did you raid? Let me see. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Jim. How did your games go today? I noticed that when I see someone's name pop up and I don't see a chat in my little multi-chat window, it's usually a raid so far, or a emote of some sort that doesn't appear. All right. We're just watching GoDave play a game. I'm having fun with it, so I think that's good enough for me. Yeah, so you're able to capture if they do cut, so it does protect, but I feel like it's bad shape if you have to now connect Like, connect is like the last move I want to play here. I really don't want to play it. Maybe we can jump now. Maybe that was the goal. And if white connects, we cover over the top. And then we can cut. And I think it still works to capture the stone. So maybe jump was his plan. Provides a little bit of a disconnect. And but when white plays again, then we definitely have to go back and protect. Oh, I guess we don't. We do. We have to go back and protect. Otherwise, we're just dead. All right. Let's see. Oh, I closed it on accident. There we go. The game's still going, so we're good. Yeah, we have to go back and protect at some point. But he protected now. I was thinking he might jump first to try to make something here. A little bit of a disconnection. But if white just pulls back again, we still have to go back and connect. So I don't know if AI would even want the jump. It does want the jump, but we have to connect at some point, which is the problem. This one, and if they cut, I believe we should be able to do this one, yeah. Just barely able to handle it, basically. But that's hard to read, so I understand not playing it. It is hard to read. Fixerton. It's an interesting name. Fixerton. Let me open this up so I can see what's going on my own stream. Frida wave. Frida. Interesting. I can't see any custom emotes on my thing, so I have to open up the actual Twitch chat so I can look at it. That's why I wanted to go check. Oh, there was a stream together thing. I've never actually done that yet. So, come with it when you were 7. Don't really know how to spell, to be honest. Okay, that's normal. That's fine. Not a big deal. It happens to the best of us. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep looking here. So yeah, I actually feel like black's in a little bit of danger. I feel like white can just play almost any move in the center here, and they're feeling pretty nice. I want just diagonal. I don't know the best move, though, because there's this weakness here. Diagonal might not be good, and jumping might not be good. So maybe pushing here, full thing here, maybe turn. I think we can give up these 2 stones if we're all connected here, and we can attack this side. But it seems hard to attack. So we've seen a lot of mistakes from both sides. So I wonder who's actually ahead now. I think white's just alive here. And it's a little hard for me to find the proper protection here, but maybe just this diagonal will work. And if black has to just go back and live right now somehow, then we're feeling a little bit sad for black. So my feeling is that it's either still an even game or it's a little bit sad for black now. Let's look. Yeah, it's a little bit sad for black now. Oh, man. That doesn't mean anything, though, honestly, because it is a giant fight in an amateur game. As I mentioned yesterday, win rate to me is what I like to look at. I don't like to look at score, because win rate is telling me the likelihood of finding the way to come out with the win for the game. It's not really 80%, but I would say it's probably easier for white to find the way to win this game at this point. Sometimes it'd be that way, yeah. Yeah, it did feel like somehow black got bullied, you know. But remember, this is no Comey, so if this does say +4, black should technically still be winning, because that would be a 6 points that white doesn't have. So we're good. We're still good. We're still good here. So white defends on this side first. That doesn't feel right. The timing feels a little bit off with that one. But it's probably just a forcing move. S18. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't trust his reading with the corner move. I think so. I think so. Because I know he should have. Because like even I know that that's probably a ko shape. Even with the extra moves there, I feel like it's still likely a ko shape. And he knows he's better. He's much better with reading, and he knows the shapes a lot better than I do. I'm fairly certain. So if even I'm thinking he doesn't need to play in the corner, and then he played in the corner, I think he was maybe a little bit too happy with the result. Even if technically white played a bad move and then black played a bad move, and it was technically even in that regard, that still makes it the mindset that GoDave was having at the time, right? That's what's really more important here is the mindset. Let's GoDave. They're playing right now, but I can't click on the board over here, and I can't show variations or anything. So I'm just having fun watching. GoDave is like 8 Dawn on Fox. Yeah, not everyone can read perfectly under pressure like me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is like a league game of some sort or a tournament thing or something like that. Yeah. So a really strong player. This feels like a bad timing though. This move feels like bad. It's probably fine, probably an okay exchange, but it just doesn't feel right to me. But it's not too big of a deal. GoDave probably just needs to answer. It's probably just a forcing exchange, so we're good. And then white can play their normal move they're going to do. Just live right away. Do they have to do this? Do they have to do this? Maybe. They don't want to have to play the ko, right? I really wanted to defend on the outside. But I can understand not wanting to play a ko. If we have to capture with this side, right? This would be a ko shape. So I can definitely understand that. Might be fine. It's not fine. Yeah, just put on the outside like I was saying. These moves feel very natural here. But I might die in this game, so that's not the point. I would probably have died sometime earlier in this game because I'm really not good at this sort of thing. But I would have given up, right? I would have given up these stones earlier and just taken this side and then fixed my other group. And then if he still allowed me to, then that's when I would run out these stones. I wouldn't have run them out the way that white did in this game. So my game would have been different anyway. But yeah, just capture felt a little bit wrong. But if you can't read it out, then that's fine, right? They have time pressure. They have other stuff to worry about, right? So I don't have anything to worry about. So I'm only thinking of what would be the best move. Let's go. Dave does Atari. Oh, but now there's this really awkward shape here. I don't like the Atari if I had to do it. I would probably just defend the shape first instead of Atari, but white's just alive now. And then, yeah, because they played this, I assumed black was probably coming in from this direction. I think white could just give up the 2 stones. They don't have to save them at all. So was the Atari necessary if black just played this first? White plays here. I don't know if it was necessary still. We just connect on this side maybe. And then we just capture these stones. Yeah, the Atari feels good. The Atari feels like it was helpful for getting this move to work better. But this move isn't the right move. That's not good. Oh, it's definitely not the right move. Oh, no. Yeah, the Atari helps make this move work. But I think white can just give up those stones. I don't know if that's what AI is saying. Because I'm not going to look too much more. But I feel like white can just give these stones up and not worry. But black does need to live, so it makes sense that he's going after the 2 stones. Oh, interesting. See, white doesn't worry as much as I do. White just pushes here. black blocks, and then white plays a nice move this way to pressure this group on the top. There's not a connection between the groups. That's the thing I'm worried about. I want to have more of a connection between the groups. So I don't know if this is bad necessarily. Let's see. Yeah, it wants the connection here. It does want the connection here. And then if we connect, then we can save the 2 stones. But it needs the connection here first. So we push and then jump this way. It's not quite right. Okay, good. My intuition was right here. We do want the connection. We just give these stones up. We don't worry about them. But we allow black to worry about them. What do I do as black, though? There's so much to worry about and think about in this game. It makes it very difficult. But I think if black wants to defend without getting rid of the Aji in the corner, they need to just, like, defend their cutting point on this side somehow. We don't really want to jump here. I don't know. I guess if we jump towards the middle, it is getting rid of our cutting point. We can connect underneath. So something that I was thinking about earlier, right, is that we can't really connect here too easily because of this sort of Aji, right? Now we do have to worry about a little bit here. So we can maybe just connect first, and then we cut. Right, so there's Aji to cut here. No matter what is played, because this is an Atari, there is a push and cut, though, to worry about. So there is some potential connection here, but there's also some potential disconnection, too. So there is a way to potentially attack this group, especially if white's able to get, like, this connection or this peep here. Empty triangle peep, the best type of peep. So black just defends like this, fixing kind of the cutting points, depending on how he defends the top side. And now white needs to probably come back to the bottom. White's going to disconnect now. There's still a ko, at least, in an emergency. But black gets the initiative on the top sides. This feels good. I feel like the cutting at this point doesn't matter too much. So we just have a normal squeeze here, basically. We Atari here and probably play another move. Yeah, this sort of move here. And then we can move on with the game because we're connected enough. I don't know. Because there is the ko, as I said. We can give up these 4 stones. The 4 stones aren't too important if we do end up losing the ko. But white just kills these stones off, and black goes back to at least do 1 peep. I don't know if he's going to attack or not. But he's at least making this exchange. Maybe to make it easier to capture the 2 stones so he knows that he's alive. That could be a reason. I think we... Oh, interesting. I thought we just connect. Is AI suggest something else to do? Oh, that one. Oh, I like that one. That one's annoying. White ends up playing the attachment on the outside. This is like a normal way to try to connect everything up. And maybe try to make it a little bit difficult for black. Can black just not cut right now, though? No, not really. I want to, though. Black has to pull back. White can connect. And this exchange, I feel, was probably good for white overall. Makes it just a little bit harder to capture these stones so that black has to worry enough. So black just goes back and captures, making sure they're alive. And white goes for the connection here like this. I thought just the knight's move was fine. This is probably okay too. It's not okay. Just the knight's move. I figured it was probably okay too because I think we're connecting still, but Just knight's move. Make sure we're connected is better. Oh, click on the right spot. We're good. We're good. Like pushes, Atari. We probably connect. I didn't check. We probably connect and then connect here. Yeah, I guess I understand now why the knight's move is slightly better, because we're still not connected. We still need one more move to connect. That doesn't feel very good. But I think it's Sente. Not Sente. Not exactly Sente. Never mind. It's almost Sente. So we can't really play it right now. Ah, there we go. Black is playing this. Well, white plays this exchange here. So what I was looking at is that if we do turn, maybe if black plays away, we can play here. But this is not necessarily Sente the way I thought it was. So even if we just do this one, we still have this eye shape and we're still alive. So saving that one stone doesn't really matter. But then we also have to worry about this push and cut and some of the Aji here as like Sente exchanges. So if we can connect a little bit better on this side, it'd be nice. So when he connects here, we do this one. Got some spam text message. All good. We probably don't really want to respond, but we may have to. So we respond. And the reason why White's doing this is so that they can push here. Threatening the Hane is much more severe after that. But there's also now the slide here, which is really nice if we want to take away some nice points, probably in Sente, because we're threatening to build a lot if we can cut. This is a way of White trying to just connect up in Sente. Black wants to extend because you don't really want them to connect up easily. And now White is going to be annoying. We probably just defend for now. I think turning over the top was possible. Would I have wanted to turn over the top? The corner's alive, right? So we turn here, then they cut, then we jump, and they're still not connected here. And they are a group that's not alive. So actually, I kind of like this. The corner's alive, right? The corner is alive. We don't need to worry about it. So I kind of like that turn as well. I don't know if it's good, though. Don't know if it's good, but we're at least applying some pressure. Let's see. Turn was fine. Okay, good. It wants to jump in. I have a hard time doing that one, but yeah, turn is fine. But it looks like we do want to apply pressure more. The block is going to be okay. It's worth points, and we still have the turn, but I kind of want to do it right away. You know, try to apply pressure instantly, not in a little bit, but apply it right now. Because if they do worry about cutting, it doesn't do much. The cut just isn't very helpful. The jump wasn't very good, but we can apply more pressure first before jumping. But anyway. So White gets a little bit of everything in this exchange and gets to jump out towards the center. Yeah, Black has a little bit of a hard time with that. It almost looks like White is going to be building some points here, and that means they're alive very likely now. Yeah, pretty close to just being straight alive now. And Black still needs to live too. So I would not be surprised if Black played something on the top side now. Oh, interesting. I guess that's also true. Black is not alive. On the left side as well. So he plays this move to be alive on the left side. But that gives White some extra moves here, which allows them to really attack this group. So that feels bad. That does feel kind of bad. Turning. Then White turned. Huh. I feel like Black and Tanuki now. I didn't feel like turn was good. But maybe they're happy. They're already happy with the game. Yeah, turn is bad. Okay. Yeah, attack the group now. I probably sounded too surprised by the turn, honestly, but I think white is probably too happy. So I'm going to look at the stats again here. White is ahead by 6.5 points, but if it's no Comey, that means they're not ahead yet. So I would expect them to at least try a little bit more pressure. But this is consistent with their style. They've applied a lot of pressure, made their groups just live, but they've always also responded to like in game and played in gamey type stuff. So this is probably just a style thing. 98% chance to win. Remember, no Comey. We're good. All right. We can probably speed through a little bit more now. Black pushes here. Black pushes there. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's rating difference or something, but probably something like that. Because I think it's a league. And so, like, I think GoDave is a little bit lower rated in the league. So I'm guessing that's why. But if it's not the reason, then I don't know. Maybe they're actually just using their actual Fox ranks, not Fox, actual PandaNet ranks to determine it. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, white jumps here just to stay all connected. I thought white could just block, but jump looks nice. Yeah, they can just block, but jump does look nice. Like it looks like a proper shape for everything, but it feels a little bit wrong. Yeah, so black is the one applying pressure first. This could be the thing that turns the game around right here, actually. Though black is running out of time right now. They have to make 11 moves in 2 minutes, so they're going to have a little bit of a hard time. We're almost caught up to it, though, so I'm glad I waited so long to look over the game. Yeah, so white just defends. Black gets a poke again. White defends again. And we're not connected perfectly. So black can still apply a little bit of pressure. But black is just pulling back now. Now we're definitely alive with everything. And I feel like white was a little bit too passive, which could change the game already. Yeah, 5 points ahead instead of 6 points. That actually matters because of no Comey, right? That actually matters in this case. So white has to like connect everything up in a clean way, but I don't know if they can do it properly. I think white might just do diagonal or jump or something over here to connect everything up. Because they're not alive if they aren't connected. White does one exchange here first. And then now they're applying some pressure to the groups. It looks like it's dead. It looks like it's dead. So if we play over here, something that's not related, right? Something that's not related, because sometimes when it's related, it's no good. And we just push and separate. White would need to play like this move to make an eye here, but then you see that there's only one eye over here. So white needs to make another eye somewhere, but I don't see where the other eye is. Now there could be some Aji, right? Like maybe a white's able to attach and do something, right? But you can see that they only really have this one eye here, and it's hard to see another one with this whole group. Because if white plays from here, black can block it this way. Because if they cut, you just give up the stone. Capture, don't extend. There you go. You cut, you just give up the stone. So there's no eye on that side. So white needs like this move to try to do something. This move might work. If we do this, we have this sort of shape, but it doesn't quite do enough, I think. So yeah, it's hard to say. So yeah, it's difficult to live if they're cut off. That's why I want white to apply pressure first, right? So pushing here is good. If you can capture that stone, then black's move was just a really bad exchange. Black backs off, and now we apply pressure first, which makes our group strong, black's group's weak, we also can potentially even make some points in the center, right? And if black pushes now, well, I think they're just gonna die. I think black is the one who's in a little bit of trouble here. Just something over here, right? Just something in general. And black's in a lot of trouble. White's 8 points ahead now instead of just 6, so something bad happened. So it does feel like we want to do that first. But white was maybe too complacent with the game and is being the one being pressured right now. So I think the best way for white to live is if they do this move. Even then, that's not an eye. That's not 2 eyes either. So yeah, they're just not quite alive anywhere. So yeah, 1 exchange, then they're applying pressure. So if black can't cut cleanly, it's fine. So you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I think the pressure is just the wrong timing to do it. Oh wow. What? Black just connected now? I'm a little surprised because I guess black's probably alive over here. If black is just alive over here at this point, then this connection is the bigger way to live, probably. But I feel like push was slightly better for living. But I guess if white captures, that's really big. Yeah, this is something I don't do very much, so it wants this one. Yeah, you see what the AI is doing here. This variation that it played out. It looks like it's trying to cut white. Right? It's trying to pressure white in some way. And so it's not about invading here. It's about if they give it up too easily, then we get something. Then we can live. And if they don't give it up, then maybe we get to cut white off in the center. That's like a very aggressive way to do it, which I like. In this case, I like this type of technique, like aggressive technique. I don't like playing aggressively as like a giant fighting game, but this type of fun technique I think is good. Yeah, so this felt a little bit wrong. And if you were going to play, I thought we'd want to just do like this, but maybe anything's wrong here if we can come over here. Yeah, it just wants to do this first. But you can see this one is slightly better for points, though. That's what I wanted to check. Yeah, wouldn't you pop into your head? Yeah, no. The thing that I was looking at here, if we go back for black's move, the thing that I'm looking at here is like this shape on the bottom usually has some sort of weakness at this point. This is the breaking the bamboo shape, right? And so if they connect, you can see that there's some sort of weakness here in general because they don't have that many liberties. So you don't necessarily have to do that right away. But if it goes like this, maybe we're breaking the bamboo right now and able to cut through. Because if they connect and we cut them, they don't have enough liberties anymore. So using the idea that you know this works to some extent can be helpful for trying to find the next move, right? So if we attach here, this could be another idea, right? We want to play this Hane, not that one. We want to play this Hane, right? If they block and we connect and then they connect, we can push again. And now we've cut them off and the corner's not alive anymore too. And if they try to connect this way, maybe we can just live in the corner. Even if it doesn't work properly. Like they try to do something here to kill us. We're also potentially cutting them off on the outside too. Yeah. That's how you find really good Tesuji. Is like if you know the proper Tesuji here, of like the shape, the proper shape, I guess. Yeah. If you're thinking about the shape point, you're able to find the other move more easily, I think. So like this one, this is why white has to actually block this direction. Because as you saw, if they push, even if they extend up here, This is an awkward shape for them, and black might just be able to live in the corner. If not, push this way, and cut still, right? There's a lot of Aji there if they go over the top. So that means white has to block this way. And now we're probably not going to use that Aji anymore the same way. But we might be able to. I think what they were showing as the AI thing was potentially like cutting in some way. Because if we can live with that group, we can kill this group. It feels really nice, yeah. So that's a really nice way to really pressure somebody. Let's get back to the game here. There we go. Yeah, this felt wrong, but again, it's a close game, so playing the end game move makes a lot of sense instead of trying to play something else. Because remember, because of the no Komi, that probably is influencing GoDave a little bit. But I feel like I would want to push at least one time here as white. I would really want to. But white's going to defend first, which is probably a good idea. Now it gets rid of all that Aji there. We can't really use this really cool stuff anymore. And white is just safe now. Fairly certain they're safe now. Not perfectly safe, but pretty much safe. So black pushes here. I didn't actually like the push, I have to honest. I was thinking about this sort of thing. If there was actually something here. It seems difficult though. But yeah, push is probably okay. It's like a normal shape. Yeah, a lot safer than before, at least, yeah, for sure. And then extend, push, and block. And now there's at least a lot of good end game over here. So black's happy enough with that. But there's also still the attach and cut here to potentially disconnect. But if we disconnect this way now, maybe white can capture these 2 stones to live. So we'll see how that happens here. Yeah, so GoDave is just focused on in-game now. He's happy with the game, is my feeling. And he just wants to play in-game stuff. So Atari here is really big. And play this move here. Gets rid of that capture and threatens to connect up underneath, which would be, pretty nice, honestly. White could respond by playing S3, I guess, because that would hurt the corner points-wise. Yep, S3. We're just going to go through the end game pretty quick. Answer, and now white's getting this really nice push here. Black still has a little bit of weakness in the center, right? There is still a cutting point for these 2 stones. These 2 stones are going to be pretty big because white still actually has a little bit of Aji as well. So this push, I feel like that was actually kind of important for black. I don't know how important though. Like let's look at the end game here. Is that right end game? Before this push here. Yeah, there's a little bit of Aji. This Hane for some reason is bigger, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, they don't actually want to push. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. If that push was actually big for black or if it's just big for white. Looks like it's mostly just big for white. And now it's big here. And then they do play it. Okay, so it looks like it's mostly just big for white. That's what I was kind of curious about. I'm really bad at in-game, so I'm always interested to see. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, so black pushes here. White Hanes. This feels like an overplay. It's not good. I was like, that feels like an overplay. I want to just cut it. It may not work, but I do really just want to cut. So black backs off. So what happens if the cut happens here? There is a lot of stuff to worry about, I guess. We have to extend first. If they block from inside, we get this move. They have to block from inside again. We get this move. And then we get this over here for endgame. Okay, so it's just really big endgame stuff. We get free moves on the outside, all this endgame here, and then we can go and harass black. Okay, I'm just curious. So it's more points to block directly than to play the other way. And of course, white defends, black defends, white plays here because now the Hane doesn't work anymore. Because if black Hanes and connects, we can just capture. So this also defends the cutting point and defends the Hane. This is really, really nice. And now black plays a cool in-game move. I don't know if it'll be on here. Let's see. Let's look at top moves before I click it. It is there. Okay, good. Good. Cool end-game move. This shape is probably something we can learn from. If you just do this one, they just pull back like this. And now maybe there's still something. Maybe there's still something. Yeah. Yeah, in-game is really useful. It's actually really, really useful. I don't know what rank you are, Fixerton. But basically any rank, if you've never looked at in-game before and you go through an in-game book and you practice it, of course you have to practice it a bit. Because, the first time you do something, you're going to start doing it too early or too late or something like that, right? So you have to get the timing down. You got to practice it. But 14 to 10 QoJs, okay. Yeah, after you learn it, then you do a much better job at like thinking about points properly. And like one of the pieces of advice that Ben Kyo gives out, and that I actually kind of agree with, especially for lower ranked players, is like if you don't know what to do, play an end game move or play a move that just takes points. Even if you don't understand anything else, just play any move that just takes points. Because if you do that, you're likely doing that more than your opponent is doing it because they're too focused on whatever else they're thinking about. So if you learn a little bit about endgame, that helps quite a lot. Because then you start understanding, like Hane and connect on the second line is like a 6-point move. So if you're playing a 6-point move and your opponent's playing a random move that you don't know what it's doing, you're coming out ahead most of the time. So I think at every rank, end game will make you rank up at least a little bit, even if it's just basic end game. That's really cool. So yeah, block here, jump back, probably just do this one. And they technically have to defend eventually, but they go back here first. Can black peep right away? As black needs to be alive first, but can black peep right away? Yeah, it'd be nice to have a book. Yeah, I don't. I guess there is like the basic series stuff, whereas like Tetsuji and End Game and the beginning and like I think those types of things, right? Attack and Defense, right? Like those books are probably fine. I had a hard time reading through some of them. I didn't like them as much, but I know a lot of people do like them. So that End Game one is probably okay. Since I think it's supposed to be for beginners, as far as I know. That's what I did though when I first started. I just had fun, right? I just studied and had fun. I didn't care about if it was too much for me or not. All that mattered is that I was enjoying the thing that I was studying. So that's all you have to worry about as well, in my opinion. But I think that's what everyone should do when they first start. They should just play a lot of games and study whatever they want to study, whatever is most interesting to them. The peep does exist down here now. Black's doing this peep first. Lesson in the Fundamentals. Yeah, the Kagayama book. My favorite one is Fundamental Principles of Go. Yeah. I did read the lessons in the fundamentals. I thought it was fun to read. And there is actually like that thing that he says about reading out a ladder every day, a basic ladder. I actually decided to try that when I was still not very good. But I did decide to actually try that. See if it actually did work, right? And so I put a ladder on the board every single day and I read it out, and then by the end of like the first week, my reading was significantly better everywhere else because my visualizing ability was significantly better. I don't need to do it now, but doing it at the time, that really actually helped me more than I thought. So I do think that's probably one of the most useful parts of that book. Definitely one of the most useful parts. And it's just something you do every day. And you read it out one piece at a time. You don't try to do any trick. You don't just do a zigzag or do anything else like that. You just read it out one thing at a time, like he tells you to in the book. And that really did help a lot. Oh, I played here, by the way. That's what they did. That's what this move was threatening, was to cut off these stones. So if black cuts now, white just extends, and they've cut off some stone, or they can do diagonal maybe. But they've cut off some stones and it's still connected. So the peep was not useful yet. Does it want the peep now? Just connect is better. Anyway, the peep was not useful yet. It does feel like a forcing move right now, but white gets this Hane. Black Hane white can double Hane. That's really nice. And so black is going all in on trying to make this not very good for them. Oh. What? I'm actually not sure I understand what white just did. Yeah. The advice, making sure that, and like from then on, actually, after reading that, I never cheated when I read a ladder. What I mean by cheating is like I'd sometimes do it on stream where I make a joke where I do a zigzag thing, right? But I always did everything sort of the long way instead of doing things the short way. So I didn't read it out to like I knew I could go to the star point instead of having to go all the way to, like, I knew I could go to Tengen instead of having to go all the way to the star point. So I just read out to Tengen. No, I would read the ladder out, looking at all moves all the way to the end of the board. When I go in to count something, I counted it properly, one point at a time, like all that sort of stuff. And that really helped a lot. Okay. I guess I see. So if white extends, black can push again. And white would have to extend again, and then black could cut here. So this actually works pretty nicely. So white does have to give it up. Okay. That makes way more sense. White did this one and connected. Black connected here, then white connected here, and then black went back to this side because they had to connect up their groups. Because there is still, this is sort of like a cutting point here. And black's not necessarily alive yet, so they have to defend that. And then white can play a move towards this center area. Because cutting through now is not going to be a big deal if we capture these stones in some way. And black's also just not alive anymore. So black needs to live. Yeah, black needs to live, and they're not alive. This one into here, and then Atari. If white gets to capture these stones, the game's over. And the game is over, I think. Yeah, the game's just over now. Even if white allows black to live here and just captures these stones, this is already good enough to win the game. So let's just give black life here. There we go. Black's alive. White's ahead by 20 points now. Yeah. So this was too aggressive from black. Black needed to defend. And they could save their two stones separately, right? White does this one. They can just jump. They're threatening to connect in multiple ways. They could even jump in a different way, maybe, right? But they can just defend this group on its own. And it was just a close game. But now it's definitely over. It's definitely over. I guess it's not. No, it's basically, it's just over. Yeah, let's go look at the actual game. This one here. Black did play this one. And then this next move was not right. I just showed this because it was good enough. This is more than enough to win the game. But white plays here to get rid of the eye. Black backs off and does this one, I believe. Let's go back here. Yeah. And then black connects because they sort of have to in order to kill anything or in order to survive. White connects. Now black pushes here. So what I'm saying with this one is that it's basically dead. Oh, I think white has a cool move here potentially. But I think white can actually just connect. So God, trained defaulting player names to human somehow feels like it's throwing shade a little bit. Yeah, right. That is funny. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point, Smoglet. Oh man. But yeah, white needs to protect over here. So they do play the move that I liked. Okay, cool. That's cool. Yeah, this Hane here makes it so that black can't push in to Atari. They don't need to play it, but it's cool anyway. Might as well turn the graph on now. And then, yeah, it should just be basically over. There is a cutting thing, but it's too late now. Because what I was thinking was that if black's able to push through here, they can, again, push again over here, then they can cut it off. But the problem is, black still needs to go all the way through to cut it off. And white can just go back and capture this. Right? And so they have to be able to defend that in Sente, or otherwise it doesn't work. So yeah, it's just way too over now. We just look at the actual game. It's definitely too over now. And GoDave needs 14 moves in 40 seconds. And there's just no way they were winning here. Some of this could have been time pressure. But I think this was not a time pressure thing. Maybe it is. But to me, like, what I would do for time pressure, I'll just block. Right? I just block right away. The right now timing for the peep on the bottom. Oh, yeah, yeah. We do need to block first, but the peep does work. It does work. That's what I thought was cool. Like, it's actually a nice little peep thing to get more stuff. So instead of, like, connecting here and they connect on the outside, you peep first. But I think this was the thing that was bad, though. I mean, white is going to win if they captured the 2 stones anyway, but yeah, it was too much overall. Yeah, white won by resign. Yeah. I think if we go back to the Kanin here, we can sort of see how well they did without even having to play out more moves. We'll get rid of all this here. Get rid of this one. This wasn't in the game. We can see how well they did for fun. So they still played okay overall, yeah. Yeah. I think it might have been because I didn't count the game. I was relying a little bit on what the AI was saying for the actual score. If the AI was correct, then he would have counted that it was a really close game, like within a point or two. So it's possible he felt like he could have been a little bit behind. Yeah. But I think it was like they were trying to get Sente, right? They were trying to do something extra to get Sente, right? I think that's what they were trying to do. They're like, hey, this looks like a really nice peep. If white just connects here, there's a better connection here. I have more points here, and then we can just block this off. But they didn't think about the fact that white could just Hane here and capture these stones and maybe even still connect. And so if they can do that, then obviously this cutting point doesn't matter, right? So maybe it was a temptation thing, like you're saying. Yeah, I think it's totally possible. Totally possible. He's probably gonna be reviewing now, but yeah. That's why I think the AI wanted the peep right now, if I remember right, Yeah, they wants to peep right now. If we peep now, I think, yeah, we probably respond now. And then we can go on to the other big moves. Like this capture is really big, and this Hane and stuff is really nice. And then they can try to capture this, but so we can save these stones separately. We don't have to save them together. So we can play whatever to save them over here. We'll just have the AI move, and then they can't kill us. But see, like it says right here, it's a white plus 5.7. But if that's white plus 5.7, there's no Komi, which means that this is actually a really close game, like a half-point game, right? Because Komi's 6.5 points, right? So white's ahead by 6 points right now, so black should be ahead by half a point. I believe my Komi and Katrin is 6.5, so yeah, so black is just a little bit ahead. But I guess the timing was wrong. He played this one first, and then cut. That's interesting. Can we? Oh, we can just cut right away. That's actually cool. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. I wouldn't have thought of it my own game, especially with such small time, this little time remaining. If they connect over here, we can connect still. They still have to defend again, and now we got this in Sente. And then if they Atari here, then that means in the future we can capture here. So if they capture, we capture. They have to then connect eventually. Otherwise, that's another good Sente move for black. So yeah, we get Sente here by cutting this way. That's cool. I like that. Even cutting here like this, we can push through. It's the same idea. But now they have to worry, right? They have a lot to worry about. That's cool. I like that. That's super cool. Huh. So small mistake because they could have gotten more, but not too big of a deal, honestly. Just a small mistake. And here they just had to defend and defend. Just keep defending. Yeah. So he could have won for sure. He could have won. So what was going on early in the game? I'm kind of curious. AI only doesn't like that by a little bit. It's not a huge mistake, so that's cool. That's probably one of the reasons why he plays it. The pincer makes sense. Press down. There's all AI stuff because he probably studied this quite a lot. And yeah, the AI does not like large knights moves. It's not that they will say they're bad, but they don't really like them for some reason. For enclosing the corner, probably because the corner is still way too open. But yeah, this one here, defend. Doesn't want to defend now. Wants to defend in a more strong way. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I never think of that because I'm bad at this game. Push, and then just keep defending the group or move on somewhere else. But they play the move I didn't like. And the split. Well, the attachment was slightly bad. They're both really strong players, so these little tiny mistakes will be adding up a little bit, right? Oh, that's interesting. Play from this side. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, if white pushes, we're able to Hane. We're threatening to sort of surround an attack. If they Hane back, we get blocked here. Now we have a solid, almost solid corner, and they still have a cutting point. And if they extend down or Hane, we still have Hanes over the top and other things. That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Huh, I like that one. Anyway. Yeah. All this is fine. Surround is normally like a good move here, but yeah. Yeah, it does want to just live more. I did point this move out. Oh, look, it's the variation basically I chose, so that's good. Anyway. Yeah, I wanted to do something over here. That's cool. But we're just trying to make a mess, right? I think that's where white is going wrong here, is white's not trying to make a mess properly. Black is being a little bit too passive, but white's not properly trying to make a mess. So this makes it really easy. Oh, can we just push and cut? I thought we could, but I thought maybe it would be a little bit too much. But we can just push and cut. I wish to make sure to do this Hane, though. Okay. Yeah, just connect, play to the site. So some of his shapes were bad throughout the game. And then he defended in a way that he didn't need to defend. He could be more aggressive, but I understand just jumping. That makes sense. And because they connected here, I think this was really the changing, the big mistake of the game for Black. I think this really was. Because White has so many weak groups everywhere. And the corners very likely Ko. But from now on, the mood of the game sort of switches a bit. When he just defends in the corner when he doesn't need to. Just make a Ko. And then go back to attacking White everywhere. Because White needs to kill you with the Ko in order to win the game. And even if they kill you with the Ko, that doesn't mean they've won. They do want one more move there. And running this group out, because Black was very passive in a lot of ways, running this out ended up giving White some more. Some more benefit because Black's going to still be passive with it, I see. Yeah, peep and then jump. They missed the jump. I'm very disappointed with them. Still very disappointed. But Black has to be very aggressive in order for this to work out. But they're not aggressive enough. And then they played, not aggressive enough again. Yeah, and then they just focus on the wrong thing. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. But the game was going back and forth, so it's not like they were like significantly stronger than Black in any way. His opponent. It's not like his opponent was that much better. They both were making equal amount of mistakes and such here. But then Black just made the big final mistake. So I think it wasn't really that bad of a game for GoDave, honestly. Not really that bad of a game for him. Just this last part, I think, was probably partially time pressure and trying to find the right timing to make this peep. But he just didn't realize that he could do it now, just right away. And then move on to these sorts of in-games. But this though, I think learning this in-game thing was really cool. When they do this one, you do this one, they block and you cut right away. That was just cool to learn. Yeah, I like that. Because now we can go back. This is already Sente enough. We can go back over here. If they go back to capture, we have the cut. We can do everything here. Like, we don't need to necessarily respond to that. Yeah, that cut right away is crazy. Yeah, that's super cool. I'm really happy I saw that. Not as in I found it, but as I saw it as part of this review. That was actually super cool. Yeah, this is super cool. I like it a lot. I would never have found it in my own game. Honestly, I would never have found that. But the point was that the Sente was important. And if they capture here, we can still move on. But at the very minimum, we have this push. And they can't protect because they're running out of liberties too quickly. So if White had maybe another move over here somewhere, maybe it's bad. But they can't protect now. They have to capture to get more liberties. And it's just like a liberty race thing over here. Right, if we're able to do this, this feels really nice. Right, this feels really nice for us. We're not going to do that right away, but it feels really nice. So that's actually super cool. I think the reason why it works is because Black is also super solid over here already. If there was any weakness over here, this might not work too. But yeah, super cool. Yeah. But it seems like the other sort of area where Black got a little bit behind was that they didn't use the Aji over here. But that's understandable. That is understandable. especially if they think they're doing okay now, because they probably did count at this point, right? They probably did count. But yeah, without Comey, Black should just be ahead at this point. And so playing a move like this makes sense. But they should have tried to take advantage of the shape earlier. I was always looking at it throughout the game. I didn't know what I could do with it. So I'm not really saying that it's easy to find, but they should have at least tried something if they could have here, because white does need to make sure they're connected everywhere, right? White needs to make sure they're connected everywhere, so they can't be too aggressive when you invade something. But when you're happy with the game, something like this makes sense. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that type of mistake either. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it either. This was the bigger problem, but how he lost. But I think he was going to lose anyway by like 1 point. So not a huge loss, but just by a small margin. So if you can try to get a little bit ahead because you think you're behind or something, that's a good idea to try. I mean, why not, right? That was actually a fun game. It was a really fun game to look at. I wasn't sure I'd get that much into it, but I did. I got into it. Yeah, that was fun. It was very fun to watch. Oh, positive? Is it actually positive or is it someone else? It might actually be positive. As in Jake, but I don't know. Don't know for sure. Oh, was that Kanin? Like Kanin Tuzi? Sweet. Yeah. This looks like it could be them. Oh. I guess I need to look up this thing. Positive. I know that guy. Yeah. If it's the same person I'm talking about, it's Jake. But let me see here. Let me see it. What is this called? It's the PGETC. Oh. Baduk. European team something. Yeah. Yeah. This is it. Okay. Let me find it. So actually, I think that actually might be Kanin. That'd be cool. Do we have names of people over here? No, not really. Show? So be... I clicked on the wrong thing, maybe. Yeah. It looks like it might be him, though. That's cool. Maybe look through the game. I don't know if I'll go into as much detail, but I might look at the game for fun anyway. I know some of these people. Huh. Yeah, I'm looking at names on the side. Don't worry about me. Oh, I guess it could be a different league, like League B or League A, so I don't know which league, but yeah, I know I like Kanin. Just look and see what they did. That'll be good enough. Oh, he's in your Go Club's Discord. Helps me a lot when I post Sumego or game positions with questions. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, if it's the same person, then yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I think they liked Sumego stuff a lot. Oh, attach. Well, we'll see if this looks like one of his openings. Oh yeah, it's him. This is him. Yeah, for sure. There's an opening he really likes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Is there Comey for this one? Yeah, 6.5 Comey. So I think it is related to their ranking in the league. I see answers here. Yeah. And then, yeah, this is like it's something he plays all the time. You see it on his stream when he does stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's super cool. I think I thought he was in China right now, or it's Hong Kong, I guess. Maybe I don't remember where he was supposed to be right now. I don't remember. Maybe he's back now as well. I don't know. I didn't see. Oh, just jump. Yeah, I like jumping here because I don't want to have to deal with the push and cut. I don't know. I don't know if Kanin would push and cut there. I think he might actually just slide unless he has a specific variation he wants to try. But I'd be fine with this as well. A very old school Joseki. I said I can't show variations on this board because it's annoying, but I just want to look through it real quick. Oh, slide now, yeah. Getting rid of some of the Aji there. But now White's able to attack. We don't necessarily have to jump with that stone, but there is Aji, because there is an attachment here and a cut, technically. So jumping up here can help make this a little bit weaker. But you could also play from the other side. Nah, 2-space. I don't know if I like 2-space, though. Unless that really pokes at the cut better. Maybe it's just a little bit stronger for the cut, but I think maybe I'd even like Knight's move a little bit more, but I don't know about 2-space. It should be fine, though. Nothing can be wrong. Ooh. Oh, I don't know how I would want to respond here. I want to play just enclose the corner now, because that feels really nice. But I also don't want to just give it to him so easily. So like this Knight's move to try to fight back feels good to play too. Let's see what they do. 2-space again. I feel like the Knight's move was better. But same idea. We don't want to just give it to him so easily, right? And now attacking from the center. This feels wrong from White. This all feels a little bit wrong from White. I think they're attacking from the wrong direction. Yeah, I think it's the wrong direction. We're like pushing our opponent to surround our own group. So it definitely feels wrong. And there's no guarantee we're going to be making anything. You're thinking 1-space jump? You were thinking 1-space, huh? Oh, maybe I can put on coordinates to this. Let's see. Toggle coordinates. Can you see that? Looks a little bit okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure I wanted to go through and do it, but I kind of want to at the same time. All right. Let's do it. We can ask Cottrain too. Because I didn't know Kanin was playing, so I'm fine with looking at this one too. And then I'll probably stop after that. But I'm having fun just looking at games. I think it's fun to do. So I got to open up Cottrain again. Where did I put it? There you are. I got to be honest, a lot of the Go apps look very similar. They all have some Go stones on a board. So it's actually hard to follow them a little bit sometimes. Yeah. Oh, no. There we go. There we go. That's better. I had to fix that. It was being stupid. Okay. Let's open this back up. We'll move it back over here. I wasn't going to do that. Yeah. So it's this one, into this one, into here. So you can do this attachment. So you can get this variation that he likes here, where he plays this Knight's move, because he's willing to give up these 3 stones, defending here, and then playing sort of like the Chinese style move here. And then I'm fairly certain White approached, and then 2-space, press, and then Knight's move, and We have to pincer at this point, then 2 space here. And then I think it was this one, then this one. Attach, pull back. And then attach from this direction. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, that was correct. That was correct. Okay. Okay. I'm already kind of curious about some of the earlier moves, so let's look at that too. 2 space here felt a little bit weird. This felt fine, but 2 space here felt a little bit weird. I'll go to analysis here. There we go. Yeah, 2 space here felt a little bit weird. It's not bad, but it's fine. This is the move Kanin wants. He wants his opponent to go over here so that they figure something out. So he's not going to protect this right away. He's going to protect it a little bit later. Very spaced out play. Yeah, 2 spaces everywhere, right? 2 spaces everywhere. I felt like we want to pressure this cutting point more. So this jump, I feel like didn't pressure it enough. I want 1 space here to pressure the cutting point. Diagonal pressures it even more, but 1 space is a little bit faster to getting out. So I like that one a little bit more in that regard. And then, yeah, this did feel like a bad move. And Knight's move was the move. See, I'm just better than everyone. I just got to tell you, I'm smarter. Better at Go. Kanin's 8 Dawn again, too. So he's like 7-8 Dawn. Like when he's in a good mood, he's playing and winning at 8 Dawn very nicely. And he was getting close to 9 Dawn last I saw. And then he got into not a bad mood as in like was upset or anything, but like not as relaxed and happy and stuff like that. And then he started losing some more. So like a strong 8 Dawn still. But yeah, it did feel like this 2 space was just too much, yeah. Running Kadigo in the brain over here, yeah. Yeah, no, I knew that Knight's move is like the right shape to try to take advantage of this. So I knew that felt right to me. So the 1 space jump here felt wrong. An attachment was okay. Oh, the wedge here. Okay. Let's turn that off for now. Wedge. That makes sense, but I wouldn't have played it. I might have backed off for extended too. Wedge does make sense though. Yeah, the psyche. Yeah. With Kanin, it's also a little different too. Like if you watch his streams, he'll talk about a move. And he's like, I know this is probably the right move, but is this one bad? And he'll say that, right? And then he'll think about that one. It's like maybe this one's also fine. It's also a good move, and then he'll play that one instead of just playing the same move that he knows is probably fine every time. So he does like to change it up a little bit. So that could be part of what's going on. This isn't like something you're going to win $1 million playing in this tournament, right? So it's just a simple thing instead. So he's probably not looking to win like the strongest way possible. He's just looking to try new moves and have a little bit of fun. And he's not expecting to lose necessarily, but he just wants to have a bit more fun. But this does feel like just wrong direction and completely. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Let's let it think for a second. Because 0.6 is not too big of a deal. Yeah, it's not too big of a deal, but it does feel like you're just sort of like pushing them to surround your group. I was wanting something over here or something over, like if you jump here, you're potentially making some eye shape on the top. So just something over on this side of the group in general. So I wasn't thinking about this one. So this here. And then Kanin is not defending because why would you defend this? He wants to do this cross attach here. White needs to protect themselves in some way. White seems like aggressive player. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. And then White is playing this move, and they're just going to surround. They're just going to surround. Wow. Is that right? I feel like that's wrong. Honestly, I feel like that's wrong. And the reason I say it's wrong is because black can slide underneath. And that's why I feel like it's wrong. Let's see. It's still fine. Still an okay move. But it feels wrong because black can just slide. Yeah, that's what he does. And now white is going back to the fight on this side. Yeah. What would I do? Yeah, the slide was really good. The slide, it's as long as you're connecting things up and making your weak group strong, this like that sort of slide's always like a really nice move to play. Okay. I actually don't know the move I want to play here. Panicking for points is white and die, right? You don't need to start panicking yet. You definitely don't need to start panicking yet. Black has some weakness in their shape over here, which you can poke at, and you do have some points. So black doesn't even have solid points yet. Black has some points on the bottom, and black has some points in this corner, but nothing else is settled yet. So I wouldn't be panicking at all yet. I'm going to panic after I mess up this fight, but it'll be after I mess up the fight, because I actually don't know what to play here. If we just extend, white just gives up these 2 stones. They're not a big deal. Cutting here, I think that's probably good for white. No, but maybe we can connect. Okay, yeah, maybe the cut or something. We'll see. Just going to connect first, leaving the cut open. And now white is going to play very, very loose. And we're going to be attacking the left side now. Oh, man. Maybe white is panicking for points and is going to die somewhere. Maybe you're right, Smuglet. That's what's going to happen. Oh, no. I think this is interesting. Like, do we attack? Do we defend? Right? Like, that's what we're really kind of trying to figure out right now as black. Because if we just defend, this feels like a good exchange for white, and maybe they can make something out of this. But if we attack and we give this up, that feels bad if we can't do something over here. And white is very light with all these stones. None of these stones are really that important yet. They're not cutting anything. They're not doing anything specific. They're just sort of scattered around. So it does feel a little bit weird when trying to do something over here. So black does just defend to get rid of the Aji, because that's the easiest thing to think about right now. Because if we don't defend, as I said, we don't know for sure that we're going to be able to do anything with this. So just defend. White is being aggressive. And now we've defended. So black jumps here, right? Because black can do something like this one, right? And now black is basically alive. They could even bump here. They're going to be pretty easy to live. So white has to be very careful with that. So black just jumps. And now we're threatening this Hane over the top. So this is what I like so far that Kanin does pretty well. Even in a complicated situation, he'll often try to find a move that simplifies the game for himself, right? He's not looking to like simplify the game in the way that I like to do it. He's just trying to simplify it like, okay, I can just defend here. If I jump here, now I have a target that I can go after. Is he right? Is he wrong? That part doesn't matter. He does something that makes sense, which is cool. So extend here. We cannot allow that Hane. That would be very big because we can't guarantee to kill the left side. It's the same idea as before. Maybe this will die if we Tanuki, but we can't guarantee to kill anything over here. And then maybe this is going to be hard to kill, so we can't just let him take all these points. Yeah, white potential seems gone, yeah. And now black can start being a little bit more aggressive if they want to be. So I don't know what he's going to do, but he can be more aggressive now. Yeah, I thought so. I wasn't sure if he would do it. I thought he might do it, but I wasn't sure. But just cutting right away. He might just be connecting underneath, but Yeah, because like I think the ladder here does work for black. So white has a little bit to worry about. I was gonna say something about it, but I thought maybe he might not do it. But no, the cut feels right. Let's see. Let's see. Top moves. The cut is the only move. Okay, good. I like the way Kanan's playing so far. Cut was the only move. So white has to try to make something work here. So white gets to just cut through. Black gets to just cut through. So one way to think about this, right, is if white did cut here and do this one, you're going to be extending because there's the ladder doesn't work, right? So if they Hane from this side first, instead of pulling back or something, which you could do, you could also still just extend because it was a variation you were already okay with. So if you were already okay with variation, you don't really have to spend extra time thinking here. So push and extend. Now this group is very strong and white is still weak. And it's going to be hard for white to really attack these two stones. So extend again, and black Hanes here. Which is like a little bit asking for a lot, but it looks like it probably does work. Because we're close enough to our own stones that the cut is probably fine. And we would want to make some weakness in white's shape. Yeah, so white ends up cutting here. But the idea is that when white gets this move and we end up saving on this other side, white might want to defend over here, and we can go back and maybe cut or try to connect up in some way on this side instead of worrying about white doing that, because they would have this weakness they'd have to worry about. So the Hane here is applying a lot of pressure to white's shape. So white cuts and black cuts. It's funny because like none of the ladders work for white. So this cutting thing does kind of work. But I'm not sure I actually like it too much for black. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the right move? It is not the right move. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure I liked it. My feeling is that white's going to be able to cut off these two stones now. And probably in a good way. Whereas they couldn't do it before. There's a lot of Aji too, so you have to be really confident with this reading. And yeah, I'm not confident enough to play that sort of thing. So Atari, and then push. This is what I was worried about. Black can cut, but there is Aji here. I just don't know how to use it. I'm not going to read it right now. We're going to let our opponent read. Or let our the opponent in the game, we're going to let white read this for us. And hopefully they're right. Okay, they're right. We're good. There we go. Ladder. That was cool. That was cool. I think this isn't necessarily bad for black, though. Like, it's not losing for black. Because they do have, like, this Atari here to connect up on the top still. They can maybe squeeze here, and they can still Atari and cut these two stones off. So, like, their groups are safe. But white was able to get something really nice here. So this did feel bad. And so Kanin decides to do the squeeze because that makes him look really bad on top. Why not? And then just extend up here. I don't want to go into as much detail with this one because I am hungry, so I'm probably going to go get food, but I am still curious too. So I want to see how the game is somewhat resolved. So we're about halfway. Then we'll check what the AI is saying. So I feel like this was an okay result for black here for sure. White could cut. White could also just survive on the top, which I think they probably should do. They should just maybe jump over here. We're breaking up this area. This should be okay. Oh, they're going to connect first. Black jumps out. And now I feel like we have to continue, though. Are we okay in the top? Are we okay on the top? I guess these stones would be captured if we don't play anything. And if those stones are captured, that's probably too good for black anyway. Yeah. Since white seems like playing light moves, making them into a dumpling seems like cruel and unjust. Yes. This is cruel and unusual punishment for white. Yeah, I think maybe they do have to defend, but yeah, I wanted the jump. That's what I said. I said jump there. The connect is not bad though. The jump, I want to pressure the top side first. Okay. Psychological warfare. It might be that actually works in Go. Okay, it works better on a real board, but it does work in Go. Okay. Yeah, I think this was too much for white. This is definitely too much for white. White doesn't need to do this. These stones are not cut off, right? If white cuts here, there's this nice capture. There's no cutting point there, so I can only peep. So white needs to make this stronger before doing anything else. It does want the cut right away. Oh, let's do this. Okay. I was like, why? It wants the cut? It was because they might be able to squeeze the liberties over here. Okay, good. Whew. Thought I was missing something way more obvious. I feel better about myself now. So they do have to jump now. Because they saved it, they do have to jump. But before they save it, they could just jump in the corner first. Yeah. Okay. They have to continue on with what they started. And then black is able to get a little bit of a base and hurt white. I don't like attacking from this direction, though. But that is the weaker side, right? This is the weaker group, potentially. So maybe this is the right side to attack from. I'm curious. Ooh. Oh. -8 points. Oh, man. That feels good. It feels so bad, actually. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh. I didn't think it was that bad. Yeah, it felt better to protect on this side. We're getting more points, but the other thing is that they have not as much space to live. Yeah. Like someone who slams their stones down. Yeah, that can be startling in some way, right? Yeah, in real life, there's way more psychological stuff you can do for sure. Yeah, I thought you had to play over here in some way because that's where white wants to go. This one, it made sense because black is the weaker side here. So I thought, okay, it's probably not that bad. But I still thought this side was probably better. And it's not good to see that this is a really bad move. Now I'm guessing black's pretty far behind. But that doesn't mean white's going to respond properly, right? So white peeps first. This is what they wanted. It wanted the cut so they could peep. And then we connect here, and then they jump. And now they have a loose connection on this side, playing light again, you could say. And now we kind of have to defend this cutting point. That's what black is doing. We don't have to technically defend right now. But if we want to push and cut through anything on the top, we have to defend the cutting point. Oh, that is part of the idea, for sure. That is part of the idea. If black plays over here, they're connecting their group to some extent, and they're pressuring this group. All right, so I don't know what white's supposed to play. Just this one here, and you can see that white's not actually alive yet. If we just back off, make it very simple, we'll just pull back. You see that there's not 2 eyes right here. And so if there's not 2 eyes, white needs to apply, play more moves over here. And we're still able to make an eye on this side with black. Yeah, double purpose moves are good, yeah. So black's not perfectly connected yet, but they are very close to connecting. And they still got an eye on the other side. So it's not hurting them at all to cut from this side. And then if white has to spend moves trying to disconnect, then you can get stronger in the center instead of having to worry about anything on the top. Whereas in the actual game, when white's playing this one, now we have to defend in the center so that we can threaten to attack. But white's actually just getting points instead and taking away our potential points there. Whereas when black played there, if white was doing something there, it would be neutral points for both sides. So no one was getting points there. But now someone's going to get points. We defend here, and white could just jump or even do this knight's move. Whatever works here. Oh, or they can even be very aggressive and surround like this. Oh, I wonder if black is dead. Oh man, the game is still going quite a lot, so I'm guessing black did not die. Because there is Aji on the top here. We can just push and push an Atari and then just extend, and this group's not alive. So let's see what black does. They were threatening to push through. He attaches first to get a little extra strength. They clamp here, and now that's already somewhat good enough. I don't know if I like that move, though. Yeah, it's not a good move. Okay, good. I didn't like it, but I thought maybe he was going to try to live locally. Usually you don't want to try to live locally until after you've pressured them a bit in this sort of situation. This was a bad exchange, and then black finally pushes through here. And this cut does work. So white connects here. And now black should be able to live because there's a lot of forcing moves here. This little Panuki with an extra extension here doesn't have that many liberties. Yeah, -7. Yeah, oof. He's done that a couple times. Okay, he's done that a couple times. So he extends here first. I think that's probably, yeah. Okay, just checking. I did not think of extend at all. I was thinking of like Atari and applying more pressure in some way. So it was another technically bad move. So extend here. White does this one. Black Ataris now. This ko would be okay for black. And black is also threatening to make 2 eyes right away. For example, if white plays here in the game. But if white did just connect to prevent the ko, we have this Atari here, which is another potential ko. If they want to try to make a ko, they want to try to kill. But if they just connect, then we play here and the group is actually alive already. Which is actually really cool, isn't it? The group just lives out of nowhere. So I like that, but white is very strong now. Like, there's a very thick position now, so we can just go back to attacking this black group. That's the other reason I didn't like this move. This group's not alive still. It's still not alive. So, but white's not alive here as well. Yeah, it's a familiar shape, yeah. Yeah, this sort of shape here. So white's not going to play this way because they're not alive on the top. They need to be more aggressive. Which is why they play this one. You can't make it easy. And then they're playing the ko. What's a ko threat here? Oh, man. I guess you can play on the outside as white. You can just push here. Just going to do this one. Go. This is an annoying ko threat. I have to be honest. This is a very annoying ko threat. Because you don't really want to give up your stone here. Right? You don't really want to give this up because you played it to pressure them. And now they're threatening to capture it. Oh, that feels so bad. But I think he has to do it. And then white gets to capture this stone and feel super good about the game. I think white's just winning for sure now. I think white is just winning for sure. There is a cutting point, though. So this group can be separated and attacked, but black is also just not alive. So I feel like it's pretty obvious the white should be ahead by quite a lot now. Yep, 99% ahead. Oh, man. He just played from the wrong side a couple times in this game. Just the wrong direction 1 or 2 times, and it mattered a lot. It mattered quite a lot. Yeah. There's a couple bad directions, and the game changes quite a lot here. I think the first one was back here with this cutting point. This cutting point changed quite a lot. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, and he shouldn't have squeezed, apparently. Oh, Hane. That's cool. And the Hane works. That's really nice. So this would be okay if he just Hanes now. We sort of connect everything, they get some influence, but then we can go and mess with it. So yeah. Oh, a couple wrong directions and the game is difficult. And he also played the bad move right here too. Oh no. We don't need to worry about separating here. But white might just live. Oh, push first. Okay. We have to connect this one first and then connect. So now white's not alive yet. Oh, my shape YouTube shorts. Oh, yeah. I think you've been here before, right? Sim and Yoon 1. Semi Noon or Simen and Yoon. I don't know. Actually, no. I made those like a year ago now, I think. It's been a while. Oh, okay. Yeah. I recognize your name, but it could have been from other streams. A Reddit comment about Go streamers. I'll have to look at Reddit. We'll have to see what comment that was. Hopefully it's a good one. That's what I was looking at. I forgot already. Not this one. We have this one here. Yeah. It wasn't your first comment. Okay, good. I thought you've commented here before. Yeah. Just someone recommending streamers. Oh, okay. All good then. We're safe. We've only had one bad Reddit thing a long time ago. Smego Hero, my beloved. Yeah, Smego Hero is fun. If you haven't done it already, you should need to complete the easy collection on Smego Hero. That'll help you quite a lot. It's very important. Okay, it's very important. Yeah, so white is in a good position still. They just go to live because that's easier than trying to do more. And then black tries to really fight back, but I think it is sort of game over already. Very awkwardly game over. Though white is playing a bad move here. White is peeping when they don't need to. Yeah, I would do the easy collection and then do the Korean Baduk Academy. Those are the two I recommend the most. The Smego dictionary one is a little bit inconsistent, I think. But those are the first two I recommend. If you can work through them. Just take your time with them. Oh, nice. Defend here. They play from the outside. Trying to attack very severely. Doing this one. White is still like 20 points ahead, though. So it doesn't feel very good. Oh, the capturing race set. Yeah. That's from the book. It's actually from the book that was made by Richard Hunter, I believe. It's a really good book. It's very hard to read through, but it's a really good book. And so I'm happy they have that up on Smego Hero. Yeah. The Smego dictionary, I think, is too inconsistent. I think, yeah. And my general suggestion is you go through the easy collection, and you need to make sure you have over 90% accuracy. So if you have like 80% accuracy, you reset the collection and do it again until you have 90% accuracy. And then you go to 90% or higher. And then you go to the Korean Baduk Academy. And the first book in that academy will be similar to the easy collection, but it's just like a testing book. And then it goes up to the next level after that. You might need more because they're not going to be easy problems, but they're more consistent problems in general. I think more useful. You don't usually want like Atari. Usually you just extend here, but Atari. It's okay. We can just connect. But he attaches first, and it looks like it's gonna be difficult to really get anything out of this. Yeah, to really sort of manage this situation in a comfortable way. Oh, okay. He just goes to capture that. That seems bad, right? Okay, we resigned. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, that seems bad. Yeah, so black played here. He was trying to be more aggressive. Yeah, bet. I'll do those. Okay. They did this one. And then there's this, and then capture here. and then he resigns. Oh, Kanin, what are we doing? Uh, a little disappointing. Yeah, a little sad here. That's why I went through really quickly here because he's already behind. So we have to see how it happens. And he doesn't have much of an opportunity because even if he lives, White's just ahead. So he doesn't really want to just live very easily. He can connect now. Then he can do the attachment if he wants to. And maybe do this cross-cut thing. But if he just lives with the group, I think White has just too easy of a time pushing through because White is too strong everywhere. So it's just too late for him to do anything because of this mess up over here. Because even back here, this is fine still, right? This was a mistake, but if you just defend properly, they connected here, we jumped, they jump over here. Now we go back and defend like this. It's a 10-point game, but 10 points doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, I got too much, yeah. But yeah, 10 points doesn't really matter too much. And we can have just a nice, good game from here. When I say it doesn't matter, it means that it's easy enough to catch back up. If any one mistake by White, and it'll be back to an even game, right? So yeah, this doesn't feel as good. But yeah, he just oof. He had a hard time here. Yeah. I think he made one mistake and sort of spiraled, which happens. He just kept going down and going down. A little bit sad, but it's not too big of a deal. I'm going to close this now, though. Before looking at another game, I'm going to close this. There we go. Yeah, and I'm probably just going to go have some food now. Maybe I'll make some bacon. That's what I've been thinking about. But kind of a fun game. I don't have any lessons that I have to do today because everyone's moved to later on in the week because they got busy for the first part of the week. So I was able to relax and work on other stuff for a little bit, which was nice. Yeah. When you have to sacrifice everyone with the Kazuko to win the code, then that's just sad. Yeah, that's regardless of the point value. That's when you know you've made a big mistake in the game. That's when you know you've made a big mistake. It's just like depression right there. You don't ever want to do that. Let's see if there's anything new over here for fun. Nope. I need people for the stream team. Not the dream team, though. The stream team. Oh. Yeah, a little bit sad. Let's see who's streaming. I'm fairly certain GoDave is done by now. Austria versus Finland. Oh, everyone from the Pananet League is streaming. Oh. I know Estudiando Go Conini. I've rated them before. They have a really long name, though. That makes it harder. Does anyone speak Spanish or German? Because if you do, we'll send you there. I think it's Spanish and German right now. Yeah, gran evento, torneo europeo. It's like Spain instead. Austria versus Finland, and then yeah. Oh, does Jake stream? I don't think he streams. I don't believe I've seen him stream at all. So yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. So I guess I will send you to Estudiando Go Conini, because I've talked with them before. Let me copy and paste the name because it's about the best I'm gonna do. So let me raid here. Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. I'll probably be back again tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, invalid username, but I copied and pasted it. Oh, okay. I see what happened. Didn't have the last I. There we go. He didn't have that very last I. Oh well. Oh well. I hope you guys enjoy. And you may have to go somewhere else if you don't speak another language, but I think everyone else is speaking not English right now. So I hope you guys have fun. I like watching games too. I'll see you guys tomorrow.